Here's hoping everything works, because there's every chance in the world that it doesn't, which is a fun and interesting development for me and also for you. I was fiddling with OBS earlier and trying to get some stuff to work out, and it looks like nothing is working out the way that it's meant to, which we love. We're big fans of that here. Um, So hopefully that takes care of that. Uh, hey, one and FK. Every time I normalize. Now hold on a second. Would you happen to be quoting hit band Mother Mother, and their hit new single Normalize? You double take every time you see the loading screen because you always end up looking when it says marriage. I need to change the bottom scroll every time. Today was a little bit I've just been very out of it recently. I have been exceedingly out of it recently. So, you know, I beg your indulgences. But yeah. Hey, Aster, Clary, Ender friend. Oi, what's all this then? You can see and hear me, so I've got that going for me. Fantastic. I'm a big fan. And also, it's good to see you, Harley. Hope you've been well. Yeah, it's Persona 5 Royal, which if you haven't watched any of the VODs because those are over on Twitch and you have no idea what's going on, this is a bad time to onboard. Come back later. But for those of you who do know what's going on, it's been buck wild and crazy and delightful. You've had a semi-decent sleep schedule, sadly. No sadly at all about that, Harley. If anything, fantastic. I'm genuinely very happy for you. So, yeah. It's Persona. Just really quickly touching on some of the other updates that we were talking about previously. Yes, on this Friday is going to be a Demised After Dark. I am going to embarrass myself with alcohol again, and we'll talk about something. Apparently, one of the things that people are feeling is boys. And we've got all the old suggestions from before that I can go back and pull out for sure. Friday stream is going to be later, unfortunately, because I'm going to be running around helping load the box onto the back of a trailer on a pickup truck and the whole 9 yards. You get it. You know how these things go. So yeah. We right back to Nocturnal. Oh no. And I keep cutting in and out. Is that true for other people? Is the audio, because it's totally possible the audio is having trouble. Let me know if that's the case. I was playing around with some filters, so it's very possible it's something like that. What a thing to tune into. Boys After Dark? Sus? Well, Sathies, you'll have to tune into Demised After Dark then. And it is obviously going to be on Twitch for that, because, you know, I still don't understand this whole YouTube thing, and how can I thank people for being subscribed on YouTube? I guess I could thank everybody who subscribed on YouTube. Huh? I guess that's a thing that we could do. Anyways. It was like a noise gate. Interesting. Yeah, remember to like the stream, comment down below on your favorite parts when it gets turned into a VOD. I'm not YouTube coded, because then more people might see it. True. I mean, you thank people for following. Should I thank people for subscribing? YouTube doesn't give me live alerts when people are subscribing. So I can't thank people in the same way. I mean, let me tell you what I'm looking at without showing you and doxing myself immediately. My options are stream latency, all of the stream keys and things related to getting everything set up, enable DVR, 360 video, closed captioning, or unlist live replay once stream is made. None of those are things that I want. I can also see that there are 3 people in chat right now, so thank you to the 3 people currently in chat. And that my stream's health is excellent. My stream has no cavities, its liver is doing fine, so, And hey, Kayariana, good to see you. But like in terms of like, did anybody subscribe? Is anybody liking? I have no idea. Maybe like harder if that's the objective. Like it more. YouTube lies. There's more than 3. You guys see a lot more? I'll take a lot more, but yeah. I know there's more than 3. I mean, it's nice to know that that particular set of circumstances is not just a Twitch thing. That that live streaming has difficulty keeping up with the numbers, but yeah. I like how there are 3 places you can see viewers, and all of the numbers are different in each of the places. Good. We're big fans of that here. Ironically, I've actually added subscriber badges on Twitch, and I was really excited about being able to show that off. And then I was like, oh, right, I'm doing more info gathering by streaming on YouTube today. So tomorrow, you guys will get to see your cool subscriber badges. But yeah. Yeah. It's strange you can't seem to see yourself in the list. Oh. Well, that's those private secret details. Keep them secret, keep them safe. I still need to figure out a way to get Stream Elements to give me the YouTube chat without making an entirely separate account, because, and it's very possible that I'm completely misunderstanding this. As of right now, my options appear to be either create an entirely new account for YouTube or have to manually update the browser for Twitch chat and YouTube chat separately every time. Neither of which sound like particularly delightful workarounds right now, so I'll have to see. Maybe I'll just buy Stream Elements Premium or whatever it is, so yeah. Info gathering, he's tracking us down. I mean, I have one person's info, and that's mainly because I need to mail them their winnings from the giveaway from the subathon. Oh, Harley, because you're here, we obviously haven't talked about it because, in part, I just haven't talked to you about it, and also in part because of time and distance and space and the myriad causal relations between a lack of communication between friends. Obviously, it'd be pretty difficult for me to get you a copy of Final Fantasy 16, and also, like, PlayStation. Do you want me to just, like, give you the amount of money the Final Fantasy 16 copy is, and you can, like, go buy a better game with it? Cause I would be totally game to do something like that. We can talk about that later, but just putting it on your radar. The Grand Doxer. I need to get back with Sabata, Anya, and Paniati Deity. There's some of my friends IRL, and we did a thing called Dox Force. I need to get back into it. I've been very out of it, especially with my mom coming over, so yeah. If you want to do that with Steam credit, I'd be game. Definitely could talk more about it as things come up. But I feel bad because it's like, so I'm still waiting. I don't know if Lemmy's here, and if Lemmy's not here, enjoy the VOD, I guess, if you watch these. I still haven't been able to send that out yet, just because of waiting for things to process from the subathon and other odds and ends. But I wanted to get the ball rolling on that, and I know I haven't been particularly communicative, in part because the subathon knocked all of the energy out of my soul. So okay. I think that's everything. I have nothing else to talk about. I think let's rock and roll, hey? Also, yeah, we still don't fully understand. I don't fully understand the latency between YouTube chat and YouTube stream. That's something that we have been vaguely getting a better idea of. It feels like some people I can respond to instantly, some people it feels like maybe not so fast. So yeah, let me know how it do. You know nothing of Persona except there's a goofy cat. Yeah, that's... Yeah. I mean, that's... I'm not gonna say that's nothing. You're not wrong. Although Mona would definitely prefer not to identify as a goofy cat. Okay. Now let me do the thing I'm supposed to do. Here we go. And there's Jazz. And masks. Did I mention Jazz? I mean, hey, you like Jazz, kid? You're going... Sathis, if you actually do care about plot, this is a terrible place to join in. Because last time we had a lot of shit happen. So if there are people... If there are people who do want to experience the story for themselves, like again, we're moderately far in at this point, so you know, this is your final warning. Bug out if you want to experience it yourself. But for the rest of you intrepid souls, or those of you who have already watched all of it and are significantly farther along, this is what happened after dealing with Sai Nijima's palace. Accompanied by Akechi, the Phantom Thieves infiltrate Sai Nijima's palace, one inspired by a casino. The Phantom Thieves find and defeat Shadow Sai. However, Ren is arrested in the palace by real-world police. As he's arrested, he learns of a traitor in their midst. News of Ren's arrest circulates throughout Tokyo. Ren is taken to an underground interrogation room and rigorously questioned by police. That is a very polite way of the writers calling tortured. Ren is physically abused and injected full of drugs. There was no rigorous questioning going on. Then by Sai Nijima, bringing the story full circle. As Ren fights the effects of the drugs and remains silent about the Phantom Thieves, an assassin sent by the real culprit closes in. The assassin is none other than Goro Akechi himself, who pulls a gun on Ren and kills him. News reports of his death label it a suicide. So we died. We're dead now. Except wait! Oh god, what is it called? Not the reveal. The prestige. The ruin Igor warned about back in April seems to have finally arrived. Except Ren didn't die. His death was a carefully constructed fake-out. The Phantom Thieves learned Akechi was a traitor by bugging his phone, but agreed to his plan since whoever he worked for could hide a murder. They needed to simultaneously prevent Ren's murder and expose Akechi. The plan was to lure Akechi to the undistorted police station outside Sai's palace. There he would kill a fake Ren cognition and think he succeeded. If that does not make sense, I've got a lot of apologies. It was one of those Ocean's 11 style fake-ums, switch-em-ups. You get it. Inside, the police station is indistinguishable from reality. So if someone could be let in, they wouldn't know the difference. By having Sai leave Ren's phone on after the interrogation, Futaba could remotely activate the metanav and have Akechi kill the fake Ren. Through Akechi, they learn the name of the person who's really pulling the strings. Masayoshi Shido, who used Akechi to kill his political rivals. Shido is currently in the running for Prime Minister. Shujin's principal, Okumura, and even the SIU director, Special Investigations Unit, all had shady ties to Shido. With the truth come to light, the team focuses on taking down Shido. So now you get it. You were considering buying it on sale right now. 1NFK, I've got good news, I've got bad news. I hope if you're planning on buying it, you didn't stay for this part. What I know, Akechi is a POS. Correct, Harley. I can. The police to Ren. Are you the persona? Yeah. They asked him if he was the one true persona to rule them all. You get it. Can't put dead people in prison. It's true. And also, good to see you, Summer. Okay, so that is all of the events leading up to this moment. We're not going to school anymore, and it feels like the life sim part of the game is put on hold while we go deal with the problem. I get that you want to go out after being locked up, but starting tomorrow, you're going to be really busy. You should take it easy and rest today.
So?
Oh, by the way, the police report on your death isn't going to show up at your school. No need to worry. Seems Prosecutor Nijima worked out some kind of deal with the higher-ups or something. I mean, they haven't even said anything to me. As long as you stay quiet, you'll be fine.
Man, how do I put this?
I guess if they reported your death now, they'd basically be saying you were a phantom thief. They can't really go announcing what the phantom thieves are, so I'm sure they'll avoid that. You're having a break from your trauma. I don't know how to interpret that, Summer. Oh, you try to clean your AC unit, but you think you need an adult. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. What's going on?
Nice.
At any rate, I'm glad you're back safe and sound. But even that's putting it too lightly. You had it rough in there, didn't you? Don't worry.
Sorry.
Akechi was after you all along. I knew it was risky, but we had no choice but to depend on him. But thanks to your tenacity, you were able to fool him. It's payback time. Let's make him regret underestimating the Phantom Thieves.
Remember how I hijacked your phone during the school trip? That kinda came in handy.
How so?
Well, remember how I put that wiretap app in Akechi's phone? Basically, that let me see GPS info for 2 phones, yours and his. I'd be able to tell the precise moment Sai Nijima, who had your phone, ran into Akechi. That's when I saw my chance, and beep, sent the signal to activate the Metaverse Navigator.
I got into such a protracted argument with Kuro about like the time and dimensions, and I tried to draw diagrams in MS Paint, which went terribly. I still have the diagrams that I tried to draw on a piece of paper, but as I'm sure you can barely see, that did not go over super well, so. It's a good bit harder than the YouTube videos made it look, not gonna lie. That's how you know it's a good YouTube video. But I am sorry to hear that, Summer, yeah.
But there was a chance they'd just pass each other without saying a single word. That's why we needed you to tell Sai Nijima to show the phone to Akechi.
This plan still surprises me no matter how many times I hear it.
Still, I couldn't just directly hack into the Metaverse Nav. It's a mysterious app after all.
I was waiting all this time on Twitch because I didn't know you were altering between YouTube and Twitch. I'm super sorry, Kuro. Yeah, I tried to do an @everyone ping on the Discord, because the Discord is the best place for that. I also just posted the YouTube link on Twitter, though I really need to get off of Twitter. Are people using Threads? Is Threads the new thing? But yeah, just for the month of July, while we're testing stuff out, I did decide that I was actually going to stream on YouTube Persona as well, and I do apologize, my friend.
But you know how it has that bookmark function? All you have to do is push the button. Making the phone think he was pushing that button was totally doable. Pretty good, huh?
But yeah. So that's
It may not have, though.
the
There's
end
no
of
doubt
it.
you
Oh.
were the most at risk. I mean, you actually got arrested. But it seems like all the drugs and stuff made you forget the details of the plan. Want me to explain how it all went down? It might take a bit.
Futaba, I would actually love for you to have a conversation with me about how exactly the plan went down, but we're not gonna do that
I guess
right
that's
now.
understandable. You must be pretty exhausted. Just focus on resting up. You don't have to worry about
Sai
anything
was
else.
never in the metaverse.
And serious?
Well done.
I
Okay.
should write something.
This is the only time you can do that. We'll go ahead and do a separate save then. We'll do it right at the top. Yeah. We'll be able to load back up that save later. But yeah, for right now,
I should write
I think we've
something.
already got a pretty good recollection of how things went down. So, I mean, unless people are interested in hearing Futaba's perspective, because I'm more than happy to do that. But yeah.
I'm gonna head back then.
Also, Kuro, just to let you know, there might be a slightly longer delay on YouTube than there is on Twitch. So yeah. Y'all feeling a recap? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, nope.
Oh, you want to hear it again?
Bunch of Discord servers going down. What? No. She brings something funny. Fair enough. Yeah, I heard Archive of Our Own got taken out. Shame.
Well, since the rest of us didn't get captured, we had to act. We had to pretend we never wanted you to get arrested. Pretend the suicide news was a real shock.
Yeah, AO3 got DDoSed.
Basically, we had to act like we didn't know anything, 24/7. The enemy knows who we are, so we couldn't let our guard down even once while you were gone. If they had people watching us and realized what our plan was, they would have killed you immediately. Want to hear more?
No, it's too gruesome, Futaba. My weak constitution won't allow me to hear more.
Another tough part was figuring out how to get Sai Nijima and Akechi back from the metaverse. In order to return to reality, you have to go back to the point where you came into the metaverse. So, Sai and Akechi had to go through where the nav was activated, as in, the hall where they met. Akechi would just come back the same way after the assassination. The real issue was Sai Nijima.
Harley and Kuro? Don't make me bring out MS Paint again. I will do it. She's in the metaverse in the same capacity that, like, your postman is inside your house. She's in the same place that Akechi enters the metaverse. Yes, but Sai is never inside the metaverse. Oh boy. Okay. Alright. Okay. We're doing it. Actually,
We needed to stop her for a moment before she headed back toward the interrogation room.
I'm gonna do it on the I'm gonna do it in the notebook, and if you can't see it, I just refuse to do this again. I also didn't save the MS Paint from last time, Presna, which would have been smarter, but yeah. Futaba said that it's the hallway where they met. Oh, I'm going to. Okay, fine. We can literally go back.
So, Sai and Akechi had to go through where the nav was activated, as in, the hall where they met.
The hall where they met is where the nav was activated. Sai never actually goes inside the metaverse. Sai is leaving the metaverse.
Another tough part was figuring out how to get Sai Nijima and Akechi back from the metaverse.
Sai was never inside the metaverse. Otherwise, if she was, she would have been able to hear Mona talking like a human being, not meowing like a cat. There is no possible way that, because the entire premise about Akechi overhearing Mona is dependent on the singular factor being whether or not you're in the metaverse. Oh my god. We've literally gone too far. Go back and watch like 5 minutes ago where Futaba is explaining how Sai literally wasn't inside of the metaverse. We cannot. They had to keep her from going back into the interrogation room so she wouldn't actually go in. Exactly, Summer. Thank you. She wasn't inside the metaverse because again, there's two things that we know. Number one, that, okay, sure, the metaverse will allow you to activate somebody going in to, like, you can bring other people into the metaverse with you. We know this because it's real police officers who caught Ren inside of the metaverse. Fine. But also, Kuro, you were the one who brought up that the physical location is what is dependent upon the entry and the exit. Sai is literally at the exit at the time that Akechi goes in. There's no real world analog for this because it literally, like, how could you be inside a doorway without walking through the door? Because it's activated by using the app. I don't care what, like, semantic argument you're using here. There's no world in which Sai is in the metaverse, because when Sai comes back to get Ren, she can't be inside the metaverse. Otherwise, she would come across Ren's dead body. I hate all of you so much. Because, again, like, if she was inside the metaverse, when she goes back to the room, she would have come across Akechi. We can't do this. We can't do this.
But nothing can be sent to a phone inside a palace. So, I had to program the messages in beforehand. In doing so, I made it seem like the messages were coming at that exact moment in time. That part was kinda last minute, so I had to pull an all-nighter trying to get it set up. I'm really on a roll here. Wanna hear some more?
Sure.
Let me see. Another problematic thing was... Oh yeah, tying Akechi up. That was really tough. I obviously don't mean the real Akechi. Even if we could do that, it would ruin our plan.
Maybe understanding Morgana just comes from having a persona awoken or something, or being eligible for that. Sai is eligible for having the persona awoken, and we know this because of the way that Sai deals with her shadow. Sai's shadow actively transforms into a persona before our eyes, but doesn't fully manifest.
The one we had to tie up was Sai Nijima's cognitive Akechi. This part's really complicated. I know you're tired. You sure you want to hear all of this now? Well,
sure.
We needed to lure Akechi into Sai Nijima's palace and have him kill the cognitive version. But Akechi would have entered the palace immediately after meeting Sai Nijima in the hallway, right?
I don't know, chat. Is that right? Can we exercise a little bit of critical thinking here?
Because of that, there was a pretty decent chance he'd run into the cognitive Akechi. And if that happened, Akechi would have totally realized we'd lured him into the palace. Nobody actually even thought of this possibility until the night before the assassination. Makoto realized in the middle of the night, then it was a huge mess trying to figure out what to do.
I hate you. I hate you all so much.
In the end, we chose to sneak into the metaverse while the plan was happening to tie up the cognition. Because you told Sae to show him the phone, we expected her to chat with him for at least a bit. So, we had a few minutes to strike after the cognitive Akechi showed up, but before the nav activated. It was Operation Tie Him Up. Though it wasn't really much of an operation in the end. Thankfully, Sae Nijima didn't know his true nature, so the one that appeared was an ordinary kid.
Hell yeah.
It was pretty simple surrounding him, knocking him out, and tossing him on another floor. But man, watching Makoto's skill was super amazing. I guess she does use Knuckles as her weapon. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, appreciate what everyone else did. I just can't help but rant when I'm talking about stuff that interests me. Sorry about that. Just focus on resting up. You don't have to worry about anything else. And seriously, well done.
I refuse to acknowledge a world in which I am wrong. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I'm
Goodbye.
gonna head back then.
I guess I'll head home. Go to bed, alright?
Guess you won't be going to school for a while. Don't worry about it. This'll be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far. And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together. To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other. But when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I naturally think he's my enemy as well.
Morgana!
I'm going to stay with you until the very end. Well then, we should get to sleep.
So does us not...
You know, something that Futaba said before.
Does us not going to school mean that we can't advance social links or anything like that?
When you were in a pinch in the palace, she picked up a reading of someone who came to your rescue. Was that...
I think you know.
So it was Yoshizawa. Then we'd better let her know you're safe now. And I'll even lend you a hand with that.
Okay. The one thing I will say in favor of the entirety of like the secret plot that's been unveiled is that Akechi not actually being a genius detective and Akechi planting false evidence and then being like, aha, my keen detective sense is telling me if we open that locker, we'll find a handwritten note by the perpetrator, right? Like, the fact that Akechi was never a detective prince at all, but instead was just, like, the serial killer, like, using others as a scapegoat to hide his own crimes, that part is somewhat satisfying. Uh-huh. Let me know if it's not letting you post the link, Kuro. I don't actually know how YouTube chat handles that sort of stuff. I assume you're about to post a link. Otherwise, that is a very peculiar declaration. Oh, weird. It's not coming through on my side. Apparently, Akechi arrested the leader of the Phantom Thieves. You'll do it on Discord. We'll check it during a break. He's a hero. I'm so glad Akechi's back. I hope they can get the rest of the Phantom Thieves too. Oh, Sathis, After Dark isn't until Friday, so not gonna be this week, not gonna be today, but thanks for popping by. He really is amazing.
There's no point in even having an election. Shido's gonna win.
Yeah, sorry. Demised After Dark is always on Fridays, and those will always be on Twitch, because it's a special thank you to everybody who subs and donates and all of that jazz. So, you get it. Okay.
Of course, he's the only reliable politician there is. Plus, the current government has been getting wrapped up in scandal after scandal. Even more importantly, there's just an aura about him. Like he can fix whatever problems we have.
Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me who does it. I just want to see our society back on track. Especially
Don't-
after it turned out those
Why,
phantom
Harley?
thieves were nothing more than scum in the end.
We'll show you.
I heard you went home, so I announced it during homeroom. Are you okay? Why would we say that? I kind of want to know if like this is a translation thing, but no, okay. I am, thanks. You're alive. The news is reporting you committed suicide. Call me when you can. Because I'm awake, and that is now everyone else's problem. Fair. I was so confused, but as long as you're safe, don't worry about school. Just take care of yourself. Are we gonna get all of the confidants at rank 10 sending us text messages, or... Is it true that the leader of the Phantom Thieves died? How could the police let him commit suicide in jail? They need to get their shit together.
Cut that out!
Quiet down, you're in class. Break's been over for quite some time now. I swear, you're like monkeys in a zoo. Oh yeah. I received word from Amamiya's family that he'll be absent for a bit. Jeez, what do people think school is anyway? It's almost time. Hey, it can't be true, can it? Tell me you're okay. This is so weird. Are we actually up on the finale? This feels finale-esque. No problems here is very reductive. Oh, thank God you're safe. That suicide report was all over the news, and Miss Kawakami said you went back to your hometown. I was honestly worried about contacting you. Even Sakamoto was dodging the question when I asked him. But don't worry, I won't tell anyone. By the way, the fan site is a real mess right now, but I'll keep supporting you from the shadows. Good luck.
Hey,
You don't need to worry about it in here, but try not to do anything to draw attention. Anyway, today's a day off, so eat your curry and take it easy. You can take your time with it too. It's not like any customers are going to be showing up.
Okay.
I really, every time I play this game, number one, I want to make curry. And number two, a long time ago, I made a LeBlanc diner in my FC room back when I was with the Jupes. And I always want to go back and remake it because, like, the place is just so stylish. Is in live stream discussions. Thank you, Kuro. We'll take a break in, let's say, like 15 minutes or so, and then I can listen to your damning and dunkive evidence. Let's try and think of the keyword once the Chief's curry has energized you. Me not remembering people except them, don't know you're the Phantom Thief, and was confused why the school said you were sent home and not dead. Yeah, I mean, again, our identity is a mystery. Have you guys figured out the keyword to Shido's palace yet? I've tried all sorts of stuff, but no luck so far. It is hard to understand the thought process of a master criminal like him. You know, I've been wondering, if he's behind all those mental shutdowns, doesn't that mean all the weird accidents from these past few years were his fault? Like that subway accident back in April. Now that you mention it, that accident lost the Minister of Transport his job. Wait, are you trying to say that Shido caused that accident? But it's the subway. Does he not care at all about innocent lives? This man seems to be truly unbelievable. You haven't missed too much, Pixie, and it's good to see you. Hey, hey. Supposedly, there are still tons of victims from that in the hospital even now. Masayoshi Shido. How many has he killed over the years? How could we ever understand what goes on in the mind of such a horrible man? Hey, wouldn't it be faster if we just go there and try and think about it on site? Let's try that. If we're going to go, I'd like Ren-kun to join, but will that be okay? Won't somebody spot him there? We'll probably figure out the keyword in no time once we're there. Plus, I can throw off anyone who tails us with my blazing speed. Alright, let's have Ren-kun join us then. Remember though, we're going with the intent of not being seen. Okay, well, let's meet up in front of the Diet Building and force that bastard's palace
All right.
open.
Let's head to the Diet Building. Make sure you aren't discovered, okay?
If Akechi is not in the metaverse, standing guard over Shido's palace, I don't understand.
You going out?
Nice. No one will be able to tell it's us. That's the plan.
You gotta be kidding me. You realize you're done for if you get caught, right?
Doesn't Akechi have access to the phone messages too? I imagine, Aster, it's just as easy as removing him from the group chat, right? Yeah, I feel like they had to have blocked him because, again, to be clear, Akechi was the traitor in their midst. So, like, again,
The stunts you pull sometimes.
I'm sorry, Sojiro. Again, Akechi being like, there's no way the Phantom Thieves will avenge their leader's death is just a very stupid thing for Akechi to say. Like, we have to accept the premise that Akechi is actually not very bright. Otherwise, like, his behavior there just doesn't track at all.
Just don't stay out too late.
Akechi isn't here.
Bizarre. Truly bizarre.
Let's begin at once. Police cars are making rounds, so we can't stay here too long. We already have Masayoshi Shido and Diet Building. All we need is what he thinks of this place.
A cathedral
Maybe
or temple.
Mount Fuji, since it's the highest place in the country?
What about a mansion?
Since he's going to subjugate everyone as Prime Minister, perhaps a school?
What about an arena, like the Colosseum?
People who are narcissists don't understand things not done in self-interest. I don't know if Akechi has shown signs of being a narcissist. Maybe. Again, we still don't know all of Akechi's story, and Kuro is very insistent that Besto Boy is Akechi. But, you know, we hate him, so...
Imperial Palace?
It's no good.
I thought we would have gained entry by now. Maybe we shouldn't have called you here.
Hey, you think he's guarding his whole palace with a barrier? Shido stole the cognitive science research, right? Well, maybe it had some special move written in it.
Okay.
Is that even possible?
Who knows? I've got no idea.
You know how he talks about being the teen detective king or whatever all the time? That's true. I do hate how much Akechi brings up the fact that he is the detective prince.
There was nothing like that in the notes I saw.
Also, again, just like the previous detective prince would have been Naoto, Akechi does not even deserve to walk in the shadow of Naoto.
Anyways, what kind of person is Shido? I can't figure him out. I did some light research on him last night, but I couldn't get a grasp on the type of man he is.
That man over there is probably a legislator, right? I'll try asking him.
What happened to the whole not attracting attention to ourselves?
Excuse me. I'm a member of the newspaper club at my high school. May I speak with you for a moment?
Okay.
Sure.
What kind of person is Representative Shido? What's he think about the national diet?
His stance is dedication for country. It's how he's garnered everyone's trust.
I do hate how this middle-aged legislator, like the voice actor, has perfectly captured the PR vibe.
He's an admirable man of action, with a first-class determination. I'd say he's a model politician.
Like, oh man, this just reminds me of my speech and debate
I
days.
believe that he'll help create a wonderful future in which young adults like you can live in ease.
Right, like, because again, the question on Asked was, what kind of man is he? And this guy has just said nothing to that end.
An exemplary answer.
It makes sense he wouldn't tell teenagers anything unnecessary.
Also, yeah, like Aster pointed out, you didn't even
Look
bring
over
out a
there.
notebook or anything.
He's on a walkie-talkie.
Wait, is it about us?
That doesn't look good.
We suck at this
We
whole
should leave at
stealth
once.
thing.
Tomorrow's the day off, so let's have an early strategy meeting. Meet at LeBlanc, okay?
We should all think about this tonight.
The criminals calling themselves the Phantom Thieves are no more.
Big time suck at it. What can we say? We love a big suck.
However, I believe that this country's citizens are still living their days in anxiety. These scandals only increase our distrust of the current government. As a citizen myself, I am enraged.
Look who's talking.
What does it mean to be a politician with responsibility? Working toward personal gain without consideration of the country is outrageous.
The election's public notification is tomorrow. But no matter where I go, people are cheering for Shido.
Everyone's being deceived so easily.
Okay, now I don't know that I would say easily Futaba. Shido has spent apparently at least a decade building up people using like the men who stare at goats level of psychic nonsense to like murder people. Like, I don't know that I would call it easily deceived. I tried looking up Shido's interviews. I tried looking Shido's interviews up online. They all sound so goddamn fake. I checked his profile as well, but I couldn't find much outside of his title and education. He's currently 53 years old and has gone from being a Metropolitan Assemblyman to a representative. Though he is a cabinet member, he split from the ruling party to form the United Future Party. Cool. Shido's a cabinet minister? For real? He was specially appointed to the position. That's his current title. Apparently, he also won a contest for who people would most like to have as their boss. Even the news sites write about him as though he's assured to become the prime minister. If only we could find out the meaning behind Shido's words. 7 teenagers in front of the Diet Building and one with a hood. I think that'd bring out a lot of attention. Very fair, Kuro. I mean, you know, a group of teens looking shiftily around in front of the Diet Building in Japan does have some bad precedents, so...
In order to save this country that has been tainted by villains, social reform is essential.
We know Shido has called himself the Chosen One, so I'm still stuck on cathedral or temple or church or something like that. I'm trying to think of, like, where else do Chosen Ones go?
Ugh.
What's with all this love for Shido? I get no one knows the truth about him, but it still creeps me out. Also, Why did we put this giant
Now then.
take your heart poster up? Hello?
Okay.
It's time we show Shido who's boss and snap the public out of the trance they're in. Yeah,
Nice.
subtle. So can we go outside? We just put up the hood. Sure, fine. Infallible disguise. Can claim we're a fanboy. Fair enough. Oh no. Feel free to use the cafe however you'd like. I know it's not much, but it's the least I can do. I've completely lost Sojiro's voice. The Phantom Thieves incident came to a shocking end as the leader committed suicide after arrest. Some are insisting for police to take responsibility for failing to prevent the suicide, but most of the public is praising Mr. Goro Akechi and his team for stopping the Phantom Thieves. Looks like we really pulled the wool over their eyes. We better act now before they realize. Can we not go outside then?
Hey,
We have to think about tomorrow. We can go out some other
I should
time.
write something.
Thank you, Kuro. Can we craft something? Please do give me another homunculus. I mean, apparently we're like near the end of the game, right? So just like buy everything, right? Money means nothing anymore. You can do some exercises with the chair. Oh, I did forget about chair time, huh? Ugh.
oh, you want to do it?
Oh, we could have also read, now that I think about it. I've got like 1 billion proteins. It's fine.
Now, let's carry out our plan. Okay. Nice going!
All right. All right.
Well then.
That should put an end to the case. It's just like Shido-san said. We can't go wrong leaving things to Masayoshi Shido. Shido-san's gonna be in this election too, right? Politicians like him are promising. We're getting so swole, it's true. One pull-up is pushing past my limit too, Ren GG. Ah! My fortune reading said that you're okay, but I'm still worried about you, so please let me know. Everything's okily dokily. I'm relieved to hear that. You appear to have avoided your destiny of death. However, I can't see anything past that. Please be extra careful. So if we had managed to get to social rank 10 with everybody before this section, I'm imagining we'd have all of them in our DMs. We only got a couple of people to 10 though, so. If you're unsure about anything, I'll be waiting at the usual spot. Got it. As your physician, I would like to confirm something. Please contact me as soon as you see this. I'm still alive. Stop making me worried. I'm glad you're okay. I just got nervous when I saw the news. Well, I'll be at the clinic if you need any medicine. Goth rock woman. It's nothing but the Phantom Thieves on TV. Oh, that's right. Aren't you all supposed to be gathering here today? Make sure you finish eating before everyone shows up. It's almost time for our meeting. I wonder if anybody's figured out the keyword.
Last one.
Oh,
Diamond mine.
Sai's here too. Diamond mine, because you're mining all of Japan for its resources.
No good.
How many do we miss? Perhaps he truly does have a barrier up.
Right?
No.
That's not something to be excited about.
We know all the way up to Diet Building, too.
So you enter keywords into the Metaverse Navigator.
Boss, can you turn the TV on? Shido might be on it.
Sure thing.
Ugh.
Goro Akechi.
Him and his stupid composed face.
It's not even that he has a composed face, it's that he has a self-satisfied face.
So, Akechi-san, is it true you withdrew yourself from the media as part of your plan to capture the Phantom Thieves?
I truly apologize for causing such a stir. Honestly, it required a lot of courage to openly oppose them when their popularity was at its peak.
So much courage.
I mean, people often lashed out at me online and whatnot.
Then was it also your plan when you said they weren't at fault after their popularity declined?
That was to catch them off guard. I could say I applied my profiling knowledge.
I have so many problems with that sentence. First of all, that's not profiling knowledge. Second of all, profiling is categorically problematic.
Once they lost public support, someone they thought was their greatest enemy lent a hand.
Oh, Akechi, you're so great and smart and also good in
That's
bed.
the same strategy used in romance, wouldn't you agree?
I didn't even know that was gonna be his next line. But up yours, Akechi.
Why is he being treated as an ace detective of justice?
Because he's very good at planting false evidence. That's what happens in the real world all the time.
It's not just on TV or online. Newspapers, magazines. I see his face everywhere.
He's such a little poser, exactly, yeah. He's like, yes, I'm also good in bed. This is the thing, right? Okay, real fast, time out. Listen, love is a complicated matter. I get it. Romance is hard. In the real world, there are so many moving factors and variables. Here's what you don't do to convince someone to love you, is you don't lie about who you are, and then when you've got them snared, go, oopsie oopsie, I was a different person all along. That's not the key to winning romance. Oh. And you're like, what narcissism? I would argue that he has a very inflated ego, but I have not yet seen, because narcissism as a condition of mental health, I think, is different than how we colloquially use narcissism. I don't believe Akechi, as far as I am currently aware, has a narcissistic disorder. I think he's just a psychopath, which lends itself to narcissism, but, you know.
On the other hand, no one's hoping for our comeback on the fan site. Like, at all.
Because popular support was always a terrible metric about how good or how bad you're doing. Well, look at Twitter. It's an echo chamber.
The Phantom Thieves are evil. Shido and Akechi are just. It should be the other way around.
They're manipulating information using the media.
I hate how poorly this line has aged. They share some common traits, to be fair. They're on the same category of Class B personality disorders. Fair. Again, there are plenty of similarities. But I would argue, with the information that we have right now, that's a corollary relationship, not a causal relationship. I am sure we will find evidence to the contrary later, but with what we have right now, what we do know about Akechi is that he has no moral compulsion. He does not value human life, and he is intent on achieving his end goals no matter the means intermediarily. Like, he does seem to derive satisfaction and pleasure from his fame and whatnot, but I don't know that that's unique to Akechi, right? So,
leaving Akechi aside, we'll get back at him later. Our main issue is Shido.
Were there any instances before when you didn't know the palace keywords?
Well, there was the time with Futaba.
We didn't know anything about her, so all we could do was make conjectures.
Then why don't we just go directly and see Shido?
That's impossible. He's surrounded by bodyguards and followers all the time.
There's no way high school students can get an appointment with him either.
Well, we do have an adult with us.
2 adults. Not only Sainijima, chief prosecutor, but Sojiro, again, we need to remember, used to work for the Japanese government on the cognitive science projects, so...
No, that's still impossible. Besides, that's too dangerous a method.
Well, this is a problem.
What's with the ruckus outside?
To everyone gathered before Yongen-Jaya Station.
Is that Shido, or can my heart be filled with our boy?
An election campaign car?
Oh right, the candidates are currently campaigning.
That voice.
I apologize for the
No! This dip.
Wait, did he just say Shido?
Yeah, he did!
Sorry, I said this dip because I'm censoring myself. We're officially past the first 10 minutes of stream. This dipshit. It sounds like the same voice I heard back then.
Man, talk about being lucky! We can go check him out without an appointment now!
Toranosuke, where are you?
Hey, Ryuji ran off toward the station.
This is a terrible...
Hurry!
This is a...
By the way, did something happen?
This is a
Didn't seem
terrible
well a
plan.
moment ago.
This is maybe categorically our worst plan.
I should write something.
Our plan is to go confront his election car? Surely he's got a personal detachment guaranteeing his safety. I hope Ryuji doesn't try anything.
We will be counting on you.
We'll stand out if we all go together. Please investigate on your own, Ren. Yosuke, my boy, you know I love you. That blows. You blow. So the one behind the death of Haru's father may be out there. Please check it out, Ren. I'll just wait here and bide my time.
Now is the time to rebuild this crumbling nation. Our government is littered with scandals, and criminals have taken a strong foothold in our society.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Such a disgraceful past must be discarded. We must set sail into a new future of dreams and hope.
Lemmy, hey, it's good to see you. He's not wrong though. The thing is that you can always tell, like, an identification of systemic issues is a good foundation to build upon to create policies. But I can identify problems that exist in the world. Oh man, it's a shame that there is so much sugar in our food in the modern era. Great. The problem is that ostensibly he is then supposed to do something about it, right? And like I think they've done a fantastic job with Shido on this particular front. Well, what are you going to do about it? And so obviously reform through any sort of legislative, democratic, or representative body is slow and arduous, and at most times it ends up being heavily stymied by, moderatism. But there is something especially funny about Shido in this situation, because notice that no one has talked about like what any of his policies actually are, right? Like, what is Shido suggesting? Is he suggesting increasing funding to the police? Is he creating some sort of task force? Is he like going to personally investigate every politician and all of their scandals? No, Shido's just saying, wow, there sure are problems out there, huh? Vote for me, I'm gonna fix it. How? Bud? Bud, what's your plan? And the thing that we know as the Phantom Thieves is his plan is to just kill off everyone who disagrees with him. Which, I mean, I guess here's the thing. Having your own targeted psychic assassin is a pretty great way to move pieces around the board. But you can't just be like, hey, my plan is that I have a psychic assassin who I will use to murder anyone who disagrees with me. People would not be super keen on that one.
I should write something.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kuro, for sure, yeah. Your phone did not want to log into anything today. Well, I'm glad you're here, Lemmy. Thanks for dealing with all the hassle. Shido? Is that Shido? He's here? Where? Where is he? Whoa, this is amazing. Let's go check it out.
So our children who carry the burden of the next generation can be proud of their country.
There's also, so, you know, we regrettably are oftentimes in the middle of the discourse sauce. I definitely talked about, I think it's Sengoku, not Sengoku Jidai, what is it? The Nippon Congress. There was a very big increasing nationalism movement inside of Japan. There has been for an incredible amount of time, but specifically there was a move for a period of time inside of Japan to basically tell the United States to pull all of the troops out of the military bases in Japan, which really was shaking the world up for a little bit. I mean, to be fair, this was before the 2020s and literally all of the insane stuff going on there. I've been out of paying attention to politics for a long time, but yeah. Oh boy, Harley! Woo! You thought the cat was a kid graffitiing the board? I mean, you know. Some men would rather have psychic assassins kill everyone who disagrees with them instead of just going to therapy. The first step there, unfortunately, Lemmy, would be admitting you have a problem.
So our nation can once again become a powerful one with abundant wealth and luxury. So our beautiful home will be acknowledged as the best country in the world.
Is that guy Shido? That's right. He's a strong, admirable man. Even more than Dad? Well, yeah, I'd say so. Shido is a wonderful person. Hey, Dad? What? Did you want to listen in? I'm seeing Shido-san sometimes when I'm walking around town. I gotta shake his hand. His smile really left a big impression on me. Notice in the leftmost quarter panel, that's literally Shido on that poster. Yeah, unfortunately. I've been hearing a lot about this Shido fellow. I hope popularity isn't all he's got to offer. Old man, it's okay. He's got a psychic assassin. Isn't that what you want? Isn't that what you crave?
I humbly ask that you cast your vote for me, Masayoshi Shido. Let us all set sail toward a happy future, together. I hope to continue serving you all.
Is that the guy? You guys wait here. I'll go get intel for us.
Wait!
Hey! Yo, Shido-san!
Stand back.
I just want to talk to him for a sec.
He's a busy man.
The hell? Ain't he supposed to hear a citizen's comments?
That's enough, Brad.
You're that asshole we met at the hotel before, at the elevators. Oh, I'm sorry. So you can butt in front of other people if you're in a hurry?
What are you talking about?
That moron!
The politician that opposes the status quo but stands for nothing. Hey, turns out it's really easy to be unhappy, but much harder to provide solutions. I know I keep harping back to speech and debate, but in the structure for a argument and foundational statement, you need to have a claim, a statement, something that you are trying to push forward. And then you also need solvency in your argument. You need an underlying problem that you're actually addressing, and then you need to talk about the end impact of whatever it is that you're proposing, right? And Masayoshi Shido doesn't fulfill any of those requirements. He identifies the problem, sure, fine. What does he have other than a massive ego and a psychic assassin? What does he have that actually makes him better equipped to solve these problems? Nothing. He has demonstrated no such thing. So, yeah, exactly, right? Like, and I mean, there are some people who are very good at doing that. And then there are some people who have a lot of money and can hire a PR team. And then there are some people out there who... Anyways.
Come on, stop!
But these guys...
Hey, kid. You don't want to know what happens when you cross me.
That voice.
It seems the customer base has changed since I was here last. Have they started a daycare?
He reminds me of, the, Dunmer... Not Dunmer. Is that what it is? The Dark Elf voice actors from, Oblivion. Like, I'm trying to elicit the idea of a snake.
This ain't a show. Get lost, kid.
Ashlanders.
Damn brat.
Or Dunmer. We're gonna try to avoid until I manage to... You know what? No, I'm not going to avoid it. Fuck it. I have nothing on YouTube. I can be as dumb as I want here. I don't have a Demise After Dark for YouTube. Brexit is about sovereignty from Europe. We're gonna take back control. As a result, here's a red bus that says our health service will be better off. Yeah, I don't think those points make a good argument. Yeah, like, this is the thing, right? Is like, so... Believe it or not, in high school in America, at one point in time, one of our speech and debate topics was, this house believes that, what was it? That, like, this house believes that, I think we had a resolution about Scottish independence from the rest of the United Kingdom, right? And I don't want to make any definitive claims about the real world, about like how the politics of such a thing would shake out or what any of those things would look like, because again, I'm not qualified. I'm an American. The best I had read was like 2 Economist articles and like something out of the like Times about the topic. I'm grossly unqualified to talk about it. But here's the thing, right? Is like, all of the arguments that you could possibly make at that level, on that superficial front, are spurious, are weak. And this is the thing, is that like modern day, okay, God, we're really triggering the political scientist in me. We got to move after this. Modern day politicians don't have any sort of grounding in any sort of real discipline or situation, right? Because like let's ignore quite a few other instances of using very specific hyper-fixated foci. Like, there's just no grounding in reality because you have a team prepare your statements for you. You have an expert tell you what is the best possible course of action, which of course, on average, I would trust an expert over a random person, but like, they're like 16 layers removed from the actual situation. And so what they are at best is a mouthpiece for an amalgamate of all of a team of experts, if you're lucky. If you're not lucky, they're a mouthpiece for an amalgamate of people who are really good at dressing up. Anyways. You're probably more qualified to talk about it than our current PM. The only one that's thinking about Senator Armstrong because of Shido. You are not the only person, Kuro. That is a very good comparison point. Funny thing is, Scottish arguments for independence are basically the same as the arguments for Brexit, except the people who voted for Brexit are on the losing side of now. Yeah, like, okay, so I don't want to get too lost in the weeds. Again, I don't know anything about Scottish independence. There was another point in time in which we talked about Texan independence and Californian independence, and I'm slightly more qualified to talk about those as an American. But the like incredibly long summation of things put to like a short end on this one is there's a difference between the idea of a nation and the idea of a state. That's why the modern idea of the nation state is such a big deal. That difference primarily being the idea of a nation is the idea of a shared cultural identity for the group of people, right? The nation of America, American excellence, all of that nonsense, right? And it's the same thing for, when you sing Hail Britannia, right? Like, it's a little bit weird. You're like, oh, there's some spicy choices we've made in this particular song. But that's the thing, right? There is the idea of the nation, and then the state is a sovereign entity that does things, collects taxes, builds roads, etc., etc. So the fusion of the two of them is what a lot of people attribute to the formation of modern society as we know it. I don't know that the nation really adds a lot more oomph to the tax collection system. It might make a bitter pill easier to swallow for some people, but I don't think it's very good, and I think Persona 5 Royal does a fantastic job of highlighting those. It's a shame. God. I'm not gonna say that anyone running for office needs to play all of Persona 5 Royal and then tell me what they took away from it. Anyways, we're moving on. So yeah. This man. There's no mistake. He's the same man as the one from before.
What are you looking at? This country is filled with clueless children. I worry for Japan's future.
Kuro, what are you talking about? This is the greatest plot twist in the modern era.
Let them go. My next appointment is coming up.
What a piece of shit. So what do you think after seeing him in person?
I think I should put my hood down. He's why I got arrested.
Wait, he's the jerk you told us about before? The same guy? For real? Seriously?
You're sure, aren't you? Shido's the one who ruined your life.
Holy shit. I don't believe it.
Let's get going, okay?
Shido's the guy who set you up?
Yeah, no, fair enough, Lemmy. A lot of this is basic common sense. The problem is that the term common sense was actually used by an elite ruling class to refer to the common sensibilities in a derogatory way. And so what's funny is that the idea that there is the level of common sense, and then like making it worse, making it better, I don't know, is the idea that like this is supposed to be the lowest common denominator of knowledge. And yet, I don't remember who the comedian was, but there was somebody who basically went out and they said, I want you to imagine the average American in your mind, right? I want you to see him, Imagine all of the things that you think of when you think average American. Now, 49% of Americans, just by the law of averages, are that level or worse, if that's the average. And like, I don't know, there was something about that as a kid that made me go like, no, I fundamentally believe in the goodness of humanity, right? I fundamentally believe in, if the options are between bad and good, humans lean good. I have gotten very old and very jaded, so, you know. I mean, Britain for Britain, Britain for British. I don't know, Britain for Britons. I don't know if that's actually like the exact slogan. I mean, it means something. Like, the thing is that because it means something to a bunch of different people who can take their own independent takeaways away, and there's nothing substantive to back it one way or the other. Right? Like it highly plays on that nationalistic, isolationist, xenophobic tendency that a lot of more reactionary individuals have. It's fascinating in a train wreck kind of way. Absolutely, Harley. Respite's opening tonight. We'll catch you, Clary. I hope the opening goes fantastic. Yeah. George Carlin. Ooh. Maybe I shouldn't be quoting George Carlin in the year of our Lord 2K23, huh? The average is probably quite a bit higher than folks often credit for. I mean, that's fair. That's fair, Enderfriend, yeah. Pixie's hit the nail on the head. It's saying this is a local country for local people, which it is doing a very good job of giving you an easy way of otherizing others. And that's just a classic tactic. If you can otherize someone, something, some group of people, that makes it easier to not ascribe to them the same qualities you ascribe to yourselves. It's a technique that's used across the board to justify inhumane treatment of others. And it's really where sort of the trolley problem philosophical argument comes from, right? Is that utilitarianism is a terrible moral framework. I hate utilitarianism. In large part because there's this presupposition that like, well, how much is one life worth? Well, one life equals one life. Oh boy. I mean, I don't think there's any moral framework out there that I personally would ascribe to that is happy with that explanation. So anyways. Waves from the train wreck. I'm sorry, Pixie. But yeah. Shido's the guy who set you up.
What kind of fate brought you two back together?
I want to know myself. Is it just coinkydink?
Talk about a destined connection.
Trolley problem, but it's you can save these people or double the problem and pass it to the next person.
Shido was involved in the cognitive research too, right? This can't be dismissed as just a coincidence.
God, what the hell's going on here?
Shido was already a politician then, yet he sued a student and ruined his future? He must have pulled some strings so that his name wouldn't be mentioned. Furthermore, he also would have had to force that woman into making a false statement.
He would do anything. We're talking about a man who ordered a hit inside the police station.
He can't sit still until he crushes whoever opposes him, no matter how trivial. He's always been that way.
What a piece of shit. Children are the future, my ass! What he's saying and doing are completely different!
What? Hypocrisy? No way.
But now that we found out who did it, can't something be done about his record?
Once the courts have made a judgment, overturning that decision will be difficult. It'd barely be possible even if proof of innocence is presented and Shido admits to his crimes.
At any rate, we need to trigger a change of heart in him.
Be that as it may, Shido's outer appearance and his true face are wholly different. It's beyond hypocritical. It's as if he's an entirely different person.
He speaks about the good of the country. It makes me wonder what really is on his mind.
That man's full of ambition to rise in the world. He only thinks of the weak as stepping stools for his success.
He treats himself as an elite man while looking down on others. Ugh, that's the worst.
I assume the keyword for what he believes the Diet Building is will be despicable too.
It must be something self-centered and completely different from politics.
Someone like him needs to be punished as soon as possible.
Let's head to the Diet Building again right after school tomorrow. I feel we'll get it this time.
Stewing over it won't get anywhere. We have to do this.
And now, what the Diet Building is becomes pretty obvious. One of the women replied, "This is Wales. We're speaking Welsh," went back to their conversation. I mean, okay, like this is a terrible analogy, but I always like to think back on the idea that like the 13 colonies all banded together to fight against the Great British Empire. Hey guys, that was not the case. There were plenty of landed British gentry in the American colonies who were like, no, we're not supporting a revolution. You guys are insane. Like, the narrative of the nation is always fallacious and post facto justification. I'm sorry, we gotta move on. The guy behind everything turned out to be your arch enemy. What an oddly poetic twist. Oh yeah, those clothes. You'd stand out if everyone else is wearing their school uniforms. Might be a good idea to wear your uniform when you head out. Okay.
Let's do it. I should write something.
Okay.
I don't actually want to do this. I lied.
Oh, you want to do it? Yes!
I mean, you're not wrong. Summer finished cleaning out their AC. Hell yeah. You lived. Congrats on living and coming back to tell the tale.
Oh.
Deflates sticks. Fair. Oh, there's another unit. Oh no.
Nice going.
All right.
Well then.
Seems there'll be a higher voter turnout at this election. It'll totally be an easy win for Shido-kun. He really got famous from all that Phantom Thieves business. He's on track to become Prime Minister. I guess I should be on Shido's side. I've actually been paying attention to the news lately. Aren't you proud of me? Don't you leave it on hoping that Akechi will be there? Well, not that I blame you. He's a real hero. I think Masayoshi Shido is even more amazing though. He's the first politician I've ever believed in. I had no childhood heroes growing up, but Masayoshi Shido is like my number one, you know what I mean? I'm a Shido stan. Oh, I know Shido-san too. Sounds like he really wants to improve the country. Can't they see they're being lied to? We have to do something. It's not true that the Phantom Thieves leader died, right? Don't worry. Thank goodness! There's no way the Phantom Thieves could be defeated. Man, it's such a relief to hear things are okay. Well, if you need anything, I'll be at the arcade. We did not get far enough with Shinya. The Phantom Thieves have been on the news recently, so I was wondering how you're doing. Are you going to give up without accomplishing your goals? Nah, I'm fine. So you're okay, that's a relief. I'm expecting great things from the Phantom Thieves. If you need anything, I'm happy to help, my comrade. I shouldn't know, it's bad. Oh. Feels pretty weird seeing you around on a weekday. You're taking off today, right? Sheesh, you're such a risk taker. Listen, make sure nobody notices you, okay? I hate that Torinosuke uses the word comrade there, eh? We have to do something about the keyword for sure this time. Why is he wearing a school uniform? To blend in with the rest of our friends. We're not actually going to school, but all the rest of our friends are
became
wearing the
suspicious
school
of us
uniform.
last time, so we can't stay here for long.
Oop, also looks like we're getting a little blip in the stream. Let me know how you guys are seeing and doing things on your side.
But we still have no hit.
Think it's a barrier after all?
No.
Where'd your enthusiasm from yesterday go?
Ah, shut up. The real game starts at 2 outs.
Enough chatting. You should only be thinking about the keyword.
The citizens are secondary. He only cares about his own well-being and that of his lackeys.
He wants to become Prime Minister, even if it means trampling on others.
Fortune, rich people.
Hey, can you think of anything based on what you've heard from him? Just try saying anything. It doesn't matter if you guess.
Incompetent fools like you just need to shut your mouths and follow where I steer this country.
Steer? It was a match?
Stepping stone.
What? The Diet Building's a ship? What kind of scenery will that be? The actual building's on land.
I can't even begin to imagine what it will be like.
Well, whatever it is, looks like there are no barriers.
Up yours, Ryuji.
Oh, shut up! Let's hurry up and go in.
Are we clear of the guard's sight?
Get closer to the wall just in case. Alright, do it.
We did not get closer to the wall yet, but fair enough. Also, I still cannot believe Akechi is not going to be in there waiting for us. Like, that's such an bad...
Did anything change? We went in, right?
Security guards seem to be gone, but it's difficult to tell for certain. This seems to be similar to what happened with Sis's palace.
But this time, the Diet Building remains unchanged.
The gate wasn't open earlier, though.
Wait, look! Mona's appearance is different.
What?
That means we're definitely in a palace.
Oh, from Cat to Mona, not... I thought she meant, like... I thought the camera was gonna turn around and Mona was gonna have one of those anime faces where it's like the like weird smug smile drawn on, like, oh man.
Come on, let's go take a look.
Think you're gonna shower and get yourself some ice cream? Treat yourself, Summer. Good job on cleaning out that aircon unit. I'm sorry it was such a pain.
How's it look over there? See anything?
Nah, it's totally normal.
I'll check it out.
Huh?
What the heck?
What's up, Futaba? Futaba?
What is it?
The hell?
Sure. How would they have not noticed that?
Even though this country may sink, he alone will survive. That's what this cognition is about, huh?
This is bullshit! A country that children can be proud of my ass is completely sunken in his head. If a guy like this stands above everyone, we're seriously done for.
This is beyond ridiculous.
The same goes for Akechi. He should have seen this scenery as well. Yet he still aided Shido.
What in the world is he thinking?
That would be a great
for
time for
glory
Akechi to
or
show
for
up.
simply a reward. My father died because of someone like this.
We gotta sink Shido instead of this country.
A palace with not just the center of the distortion, but the entire country sunken. I can't believe there's someone with this tremendous of a desire. Be careful. This will be completely different from past palaces.
We're definitely gonna take his treasure.
What is the game? What do you mean it'll be completely different from past palaces?
All right.
We must put an end to this by December 17th, the day before the elections.
Let the infiltration begin. Time to pay him back for setting us up into a trap.
Wait.
If our clothes aren't changing, I guess he doesn't see us as a threat yet, huh? Speaking of that, shouldn't Ren have been disguising himself on the way here? Seeing someone in a disguise with a bunch of kids in school uniforms would be super weird. Well, we won't have to worry about any of that once we steal the treasure. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
And we'll do this after a very quick break. Again, you know the score. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to run ads or anything like that, but maybe that's a good thing, I hope. Otherwise, we'll see you all right quick. We'll be back after a little bit. 3 to 5 minutes. We try to keep it on the 3-minute side. You know how it goes. Bye. Sorry, friends, about that break being a little bit longer than I had intended, but we're back. Now when you're able to enter the Velvet Room, go to sleep in the bed, you'll be able to read the whole message. Let's rock and roll. Hey, Arachnid's Grip Carol. Good to see you. And as you look at all the emotes, hell yeah. I don't know what any of those emotes are. I have no control over that, I don't think. But you know. There is no Velvet Room here, which is kind of crazy.
Indeed.
Masayoshi Shido's palace. I wonder what awaits us within. Wait. Can y'all hear me and see me? Sorry. I just looked over and it still has the stream on the Be Right Back screen. So just want to be sure that I didn't forget to change scenes or anything pivotal like that. Let's go find out. It's time we begin our infiltration. Well, I'm gonna operate under the assumption that you can, and if you can't, oh boy. Okay. We're good? Thank you, Aster. I understand why he might already see us as a threat. Yeah. But why are even the passengers wearing masks? You think they're trying to be the Phantom Thieves like Noir was with that beauty thief stuff?
That's...
Quite enough.
It looks like.
Whatever the reason, it reflects Shido's mentality. Surely he doesn't view others normally. I mean, it's masquerade. Yeah, apparently not Aster.
You're right.
Given the insane nature of his distortion, I'm surprised they even look like people.
Listen up.
It's very likely we'll end up in battles from here forward. Be on your guard, everyone. Wait, are we finishing the game? Yeah. Who are you? Don't think you can talk to an honored guest of Mr. Shido so casually. What an odd costume. Is that what you young people are into nowadays? Because, like, Shido knows about the metaverse. Are we finishing a long-form game? I don't know. This feels very finale. Joker, an enemy. It's attacking us with all these people around? Yeah, Harley, we might be doing it. It's possible.
Persona!
It's not probable, but it's possible.
There!
Can I beat that loser?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I would love it if you beat that loser. Oh.
Amazing, Panther!
Do it!
Because this is, Cerberus is, I think, the name of this shadow. Hello?
Persona!
I feel like you're not weak to fire. Yep, I feel like, oh boy.
You did it, Fox!
There we go. See you in hell, this.
Beat him up!
We've done it!
Oh, is this a show of sorts? Mr. Shido never fails to keep his guests entertained.
Okay.
Indeed. Those privileged enough to be on this ship are all on the winning team.
What is with these people? Why do they not feel any danger after what they just witnessed?
Sorry. Worse would be later still, it's true. Okay, sorry. What is with these people? Why do they not feel any danger after what they just witnessed?
It seems they think no harm will come to them because they're here on Shido's ship.
They're not even sensing the danger. Come on, let's make him see what this ship really is.
They're not real people, they're cognitions. Also, bizarre. My, that was quite a show. Are you entertainers? Hey. Joker, we should go. It would be a problem if we start drawing attention to ourselves. So what you're saying is I should stop and talk to all of them.
Show me your true form.
Ooh, I don't know that I've actually ever made one of these.
Persona! You're mine. This is my other self. Someone finish it.
That's all of them. You did great, Noir. Huh? Just like I thought.
Yeah, don't know anything about these.
Okay.
It is a very cool design. What level are we? 59.
A chest! Talk about luck!
No, come on!
One enemy, and it's weak. This'll be a slaughter.
Hold on. My hair's not gonna work.
Ice.
Aggravating for such a
I guess I can also try going. Oh, you.
All yours!
Oh, boy.
This is my other self. Goemon!
I can't believe I haven't used a Cerberus yet.
This is a holdup!
Yeah, no, come on. Come on in, bud.
Fine.
Then let's talk. Once me understand you, me lend you
This
my
one's
power.
got a temper. Just act really serious. It should appreciate that.
Act really serious. Me thought you not from around here. You human? Why you come all the way here? For a treasure hunt. I'm supposed to be really serious. You here for treasure. Very observant, human. Hey, human, you look really young. You still at age when you depend on others, huh? You go back to your mother's arms. You need take nap now. I'm not that young. I'm not sleepy after I'm done with that. I'm not that young? Me lived long time already, so you young to me anyway. Me remember talking to you before. Me not shadow that belongs here. I'm a demon, my name is Cerberus, you get it. Y'all get it, chat. Oh, we can discard Regent.
You've got a new mask, Joker.
I could really use a Velvet Room, actually, hey?
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. There's like large speakers. Oh, hello, dog. Nope.
Enemies. Don't worry though. They're no
Oh.
big deal.
Weakness to nuclear.
Let's go.
We love that.
Go down.
I kind of want to grab you
Nice, Joker.
because I don't have.
Go.
Not done yet. I am thou. Powered you up.
My like Pokemon gotta catch them all instincts for the Shin Megumi Tensei series is like activating.
This is all so sudden.
Well, we must talk things over first. I know nothing about you after all. I know, we'll keep getting rid of some other guys.
Sure is glum. Hey, please remember, not everyone likes to be cheered up.
Okay, so we need to be mopey. Excuse me, why are you taking so much anger out on me? What is irritating you so much? I don't know the answer here. We haven't tried Warning Shot. What does Warning Shot do? You seem like the quiet type, but maybe you like it flashy? I'm the same, so I can Oh, I'm sorry, I remember now. Okay, fantastic. Sarasvati, welcome in. I'm glad that Warning Shot just lets me grab them without and bypasses the minigame entirely. We'll take it. I tried running towards them to trigger the insta-kill Kuro. It did not work on this one. We'll get rid of Agathion.
That's a new one, isn't it?
All right.
Okay. Run towards them without attacking them? Is that how it worked in Mementos?
Show me your true form.
Never mind. I'll never doubt you again. Okay, sure. Let me get rid of a lad. All right. I feel like we keep having this moment every once in a while.
Focus.
Oh, I completely forgot to look for treasures. Okay, hold on. Sorry, we're going back. We've passed a couple of the... are they called Daruma dolls? What are they? We've passed a couple of these lads.
I can feel it.
Also, are we going to get a will seed here? Sai never entered the metaverse. That one I'm not budging on, Kuro.
Focus.
Ay, 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 ay. Okay. We did not miss any of them down here.
I can see it.
I'll reveal your true form.
Hey, Fluffbot. Also, I'm positive. We've literally drawn multiple diagrams to this exact point. I forgot that I could have just killed them, yeah. Oh well.
Persona! Go down!
Joker took one out!
Her persona would be hot though, so maybe we could get her too.
Persona!
I do not have Makoto, so we just gotta keep rocking on.
Nice, Joker.
Go!
Not done yet. The baton
Let's go.
has powered you up.
She starts at the doorway. That's not the same thing as being inside.
All-out attack.
The finale.
Hell yeah!
If an Amazon driver like drops a package out at your house, you don't say they were inside my house, you say they were at my house.
Okay.
They were nothing.
Sai was at the metaverse. She was not inside the metaverse. And I refuse to budge on this because I am correct. Okay, we'll go back over that way in a sec. Oh!
I can feel it.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize we would actually be able to go through that door. Oh no, was that a zone shift? Damn it. Okay, so if I walk... Nope. Running was not the winner's choice on that one. Didn't it say she was inside it and they just made sure she walked out so she wouldn't cross paths with Douche Boy? No, they stopped Douche Boy from interacting with Douche Boy. They were stopping Akechi from meeting Akechi because if Akechi met Akechi, then he would know that something was up. Sprinting at this dog is not working, Kuro. Ay, ay, ay. If it's green, you can insta-kill. Is the dog a higher level than me? Also, I don't... Is that teal? What color is this then? Well, that's not it. Bye, dog. Cyan, sure. Well, now I have to kill this... Well, okay. We'll just leave. What's over here? Hold on.
Focus.
Ooh. Okay. What is this?
Oh, a treasure chest. This is what...
I don't know that that was particularly worth it, but I'll take it.
It's somewhere.
This is...
We don't... Kuro, we can make a bet, but nothing you present to me I will accept as incontrovertible evidence, because again, I'm saying Sai, like, the entire game can tell me Sai entered the metaverse. I'm saying being at the doorway walking out doesn't count. Sure, you might have played the game over 10 times. The game might agree with you and say, Sai entered the metaverse. The entire reason why we drew a diagram last stream is because they're wrong. Like, the entire analogy, again, doesn't make sense if you accept the premise that it's not like a building that you enter or exit, but a place where you you randomly appear. Like, the game can tell me that you're right as much as you'd like, Kuro. The problem is that she's never inside the metaverse under the strict definition of what being inside a building would work off of. You can accept what the game tells you, and I'll go ahead and use critical thinking, Kuro. I can sense the treasure's presence. It's that way. Let's go, guys. Are we going to meet Shido in here? Where are you going? I'm sensing the treasure from that way.
Hey!
Oh.
Hey!
These huge doors are obviously suspicious. Wonder what's through here.
There's slots to stick in something like a key card. Whoa, there's 5 of them.
475 people in favor, 0 against.
I hear something.
Wow, a unanimous agreement.
This bill will be unanimously passed as drafted.
Passed? What's going on? Was that Shiro's voice?
If this truly is the representatives' chamber as written, beyond here must be the main assembly hall.
The what now?
It's that large conference room that's usually seen on the news.
Oh, that thing! Gotcha! So, what are they doing inside?
Most likely a meaningless vote. One in which whatever Shido proposes will always go unopposed.
So he's doing whatever he wants by keeping only his supporters in there.
What do we do to get in, though? Should we find these keycards?
Maybe we need some kind of qualification. One that vows to be his follower or swear loyalty.
So basically, we need to prove that we're on his side.
We'll have to pretend?
You sure move on quick.
But what's this qualification thing about?
Why don't we ask the guests on this ship?
Sure.
That thought never crossed my mind.
Asking around doesn't sound like a bad idea. The guests here are the cognitive versions of them in Shido's mind. They'll know any secrets he shared.
True. You have a point.
That said, the ruler here is that evil Shido. It wouldn't surprise me if they did turn hostile.
Right. Yeah, wouldn't they attack us?
We should prepare for the worst, of course. But I think we'll at least be able to talk to them. This ship is most likely an Ark loaded with those that Shido believes are worth keeping alive. It'd explain the luxury cruise ship.
Okay.
I doubt idiots who can't even hold a conversation would be here.
We can at least gather information. It
Don't
helps
go
that
on
everyone's
cruises.
wearing
Cruises are
masks.
bad.
We'll blend in even with our attire.
He must believe that no one shows their true face to anyone else. Just like him. Well then, let's split up and ask around. Well then.
Go ahead and put that timestamp message in livestream discussion. I, once again, I'm just going to choose not to believe you, Kuro. Mainly because I don't think that makes any sense, but okay. Because then the point you raised in that stream doesn't make any sense about the physical location being being the determinant factor. And also, Sai couldn't have been inside the metaverse, otherwise the GPS locator that Futaba's talking about wouldn't have worked when the two of them were inside the metaverse. How would she know when to deactivate the app? Looks like everyone's taken off to go gather intel. There's no doubt. I can sense the treasure behind this door. Looks like we've already hit the jackpot. Let's go talk to the others. You added a clip? Thank you, Pixie. One of the VIPs used to belong to nobility. Yeah, that must be why he can enter the sacred place. I heard he's not easily seen either. But why would someone of his stature always be by the poolside? Well, he must like it there for some reason, but I don't think it's the swimming. He's being a pervert.
Hey.
Beyond this door is the VIP area, and the main assembly hall is a sacred place. It looks like we can't get in unless Shido accepts us. So is that the president of the TV station? Indeed, Mr. Shido has quite the large circle of acquaintances. It seems you have to at least be that important to be considered a VIP. I'm truly envious. You're vampires? We do need to be invited in. Why don't you go play the slots with him? That might get his attention. It appears these people all want to be accepted as one of Shido's special customers. By the way, I've gained some information on the VIPs. We should discuss later. Is it that we should play slots with him? Oh, hello. There's a shadow. Causing a commotion might ruin our ability to gather intel. Let's leave it alone for now. My, even Mr. Ue is a VIP. I just saw him at the restaurant. To think an important politician like him has been invited here. Well, support from the political world should mean mental shutdowns are as viable as ever. I'm quite envious. I wonder if there's a way I can get to know him better myself. If you wish. Hearing people speak so casually about the mental shutdown business makes my head spin. But it seems as though we need certification from 5 VIPs to become a special customer. These people are willing to share anything. Perhaps it's because their faces are hidden? An analogy for online forums if ever I heard of one.
Hey! Nice.
Oh, so you have the elegance and you have the elegance and refinement so sorely lacking in the ordinary citizenry. My, such flattery. A high-class aura emanates from you as well. So you noticed. Most certainly. Oh. Hey, these guys totally ignore me when I try and talk to them. Do I look like I don't got any money? Is it because of the skull mask or something? Ryuji. It's okay. They're not worth it.
Nearby?
Oh, okay. We're
Joker,
not allowed into the safe room.
treasure chest.
Sure. I'm not entirely sure how to speak to people here. I either remained silent or spoke in simple pleasantries during Father's business relations. Did we talk to everybody? Oh, I missed Futaba. You're some kind of sadist for making me get info from complete strangers, Joker. But I'll do it. I'm going to avenge my mom.
Well then.
We've gathered a good amount of info. We might want to regroup and go over it all now. So, how did it go for all of you? Not great, but not bad either. I was able to get a bit of intel as well. We should sort through what all of us gained for now. Well, I took a look at the map we obtained earlier and found what appears to be a safe room. Right here.
Whoa!
Ooh, it's close. Perfect. Let's go over our intel there.
Joker!
We gotta head over to the safe room so we can, like, discuss and stuff. Okay.
Still, this is a surprise. All the cognitive guests in this palace seem like real humans. The casino earlier looked pretty real too, but talking with these guests was a whole nother story.
You have that right.
This ruler's observational skills and insight are off the charts. Shido's a formidable foe.
Is that? I guess by de facto it has to be true. Otherwise, Shido wouldn't have known who to assassinate in order to move up in the first place.
Come on, no need to freak out.
I'm not freaking out. I was just thinking it'll be easier to make a plan since they can talk normally. Alright. Let's put together the information we gathered.
Huh. Gotcha.
So we gotta get a letter of introduction from the 5 VIPs, and those letters become the key cards. Exactly. Let's go over what all of us have learned. First, according to my intel,
Seems.
one of the VIPs is an influential politician by the name of Ue. He's supposedly seen at the restaurant at night and sits at a table near the window. I'll go next. I heard about a prominent VIP who used to be nobility. They said he's usually by the pool.
Please hear me out.
Next is my intelligence. It seems the president of a television station is also a VIP. He always plays slots at night. It would seem he spends his money quite lavishly. Crap, I'm starting to forget people already.
Listen.
Next is my turn. For real? Even you got info? Of course, I eavesdropped. Supposedly, one of the VIPs is the president of an IT company. He's always in his room and reportedly enters from an exclusive hallway. Well then, I'll close us out. How the hell do you get info with your looks? It seems like some guy they call the Cleaner is another VIP. Ooh. I've heard that he's cautious, so it's probably best if we check the other VIPs first. Cleaner? I wonder what they mean by that. Yeah, more like political fixer, maybe? Wait a minute, after all the VIPs we listed, this one's a cleaner? Is he really a VIP? Supposedly. I'm sorry, I couldn't get any information. Me neither, so don't worry about it, okay? Let's just work harder during the battles. You're right. I'll do my best. But there's a bigger problem, you know? My memory's, not so great. Anyways, who is who?
It's no use. I can't keep the profiles of 5 people straight in my head.
Okay.
I can only remember about 2 of them. What about you, Joker?
If there's a chance for us to flex, my memory is pristine.
Really? Wow!
We're up against 5 people. The politician Owe, a former noble, a TV station president, an IT company president, and a cleaner. We get certification from them and obtain letters of introduction that'll serve as keycards. But only go for the cleaner after the other 4 have been dealt with, right?
Memory is
Whoa,
potato.
now that's impressive.
Fair enough.
You go, genius.
If we can't remember the details on the VIPs, let's reconvene inside a safe room.
All right, let's get this done quickly.
Hey,
We should get, we know how to get inside the main assembly hall now. Should we head home? Huh? You want to go back already? There are people in here with special letters. That means Shido trusts them to a certain extent. It would be best to consider them as powerful individuals. We do not want to get too hasty. Let us take our time here. I guess we do have a little time to spare. Well then, let's head back for today. What? Okay. I don't want to, but alright, game. I'll take it. Sleep in velvet room bed? Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Do you need something?
Also, let's get rid of some of these boys.
Justine, these are the paths you have walked. You want to register it?
Arsene leveled up.
You'd like to register this?
Gabriel just has
You'd
more
like
XP.
to register this? Are you sure?
Ooh, sure.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
I guess this Belphegor... This Belphegor is technically a higher level, but doesn't have growth. Does have Garudine instead of Garula. And has Repel Bless, which is... Oh, it's not a weakness on Belphegor, actually. We'll leave it with the growth version. Okay.
Read he. You lack patience. The inmate needs a... Let's execute. Now choose!
I guess. I
can't
guess we don't
tell
have a
already?
fusion alarm, so there's no
What?
point in doing anything else.
what was that?
You don't have time to be lying around.
Hear me. These are the final words I
What?
If my voice has reached you, I am most likely no more. Even so, I must relay this to you.
Uh-huh.
Please, you must remember. The ruin that approaches you is by your own machinations.
Here's the weird thing about this. The ruin that approaches us is by our own machinations. Is that referring to the events that have already happened? Because why is this mysterious voice we cannot recognize the one?
A plan to reverse fate, so that you may repel the true ruin yet to come.
Because if it's talking about a whole Akechi switcheroo, that tracks.
Chosen trickster,
But who is this?
overcome your cruel fate and save this world.
I feel like I heard a voice. Was it telling me about the approaching ruin before it happened? Whose voice was it? Only more questions.
It is time, inmate.
Too many questions. Spooky.
I'll just add this.
Okay. Let's blow this popsicle stand.
Okay.
Yo.
Oh, you're back. So, this is it, huh? It's for Futaba too. Thanks. Do what you need to. I'll try to help any way I can. Just don't be reckless, got it? I love Sojiro. Sure, after we save in this next section, Kuro. That palace is an accurate portrayal of Shido's nature. What do you mean? I have to agree. I'm sure he's quite used to traveling, especially on extravagant ships. And it should be obvious he's not using his own money for it. There are all sorts of rumors online, embezzling. Oh, I get it. He's using tax money? Not cool, Shido. I think he believes that which belongs to others in turn belongs to him. Even people's lives. That is correct. This country will be a miserable place if Shido becomes prime minister. We have to stop him. Right. We gotta pay him back for what he did to Ren, too. I don't know if we're gonna be able to change Shido's heart.
I should write
right?
something.
Like, surely because he knows about the metaverse, he's taken preventative measures against it.
Hey.
Look, I don't have the right to say this, but keep Futaba safe. I'm counting on you. Election season is here, and it's on everyone's minds. Now, not many may know this about the Diet. The Diet decides things with a majority vote, but what happens if the vote is split 50-50? A, Speaker of the House decides. B, they flip a coin. Speaker of the House decides. Are you kidding me? The correct answer is A, the Speaker of the House decides. Let's hear an explanation. In accordance with Article 56, Section 2 of the Constitution, the Speaker of the House makes the decision. After the general election, by law, the Diet's first act must be to appoint a new Prime Minister.
Nice going!
Oh, you got it right. A tie probably doesn't happen very often, though. Yeah, that tracks. Damn, you thought it was flip a coin more fun that way? I mean, not only does Speaker of the House just make more sense, again, the Japanese constitutional restructuring is heavily based off of the United States Constitution. And that's what happens in, I want to say the Senate? The Vice President votes. All right, chat.
Akechi-kun.
Rant time? Listen, so Pixie has gotten a quote of the actual game telling me that I'm wrong, which is fine. Let's watch the clips that Kuro has given us, hey? Okay.
Does this phone look familiar to you?
Hmm? Excuse me? What is this phone?
It belonged to the leader. Akechi-kun, does this phone look familiar
That-
to you?
Hmm?
Okay, I'm gonna wait for the second clip. Kuro. I'm really waiting for the second definitive clip that you're promising. Because that has demonstrated that effect is them entering. Again, I have not disputed that Sai is on the precipice, but the very point that Kuro brought up last stream was that there is a physical location which marks the entrance and the exit of the palace. My entire argument is predicated on that thing, that place where Sai and Akechi are is the exit and the entrance, and that Sai is not entering into the palace. We're watching the second clip.
Don't trust the guard either. He's an accomplice as well. Now then, I'll tell you detailed steps to take. You must save him.
You want me to save him?
Don't.
I can't believe we're having this conversation for the 500th time. Okay. In the cognitive world, Ren is dead. That's not her exiting, because it's literally the same hallway. I can't. Okay. I can feel my blood pressure rising. I gotta go. I gotta leave. I can't. We can't do this. It's the hallway, but she has to walk forwards, then exits. Okay. Yes. We are in agreement that she has to exit by virtue of the fact that she is at the doorway. I can't. I'm so unhappy right now. Okay, we're doing this again, I guess. Neither of these clips are the damning definitive proof, because we have to explain how a hallway works to you people. Because what we can see here is this is the elevator, right? The elevator at the end of the hallway. This is the layout of the entire room. This is the guard. This is Ren Amamiya, Joker. This is Sai Nijima. This is Akechi. The exit and entrance are smaller than the hallway. I don't know what point you're trying to make there, Aster, but I'm willing to have this conversation. If there was literally any definitive proof here, this would be a different conversation. The instance, there is no definitive proof here, however. What you get is a cool visual effect that happens twice, which is just indicative of the fact that she is in the presence of the entryway to the palace. Sure. when Sai and Akechi trade places, which is the dotted line is what Kuro is suggesting is the physical location that is the entry and exit. You can call it the entire hallway if you want. Fine. But the problem is that we're not talking about the house. Sai is not inside the house. If this physical location is the entry and the exit to the palace, this is the doorway. Sai is at the door. Sai is not inside the palace. Because from this point, Akechi has to be inside the cognitive zone. Because that's how he goes into the room, that's how he kills the guard, that's how he kills Ren Amamiya and leaves. But Akechi does not see Sai. If Sai was in the palace as well, Akechi would have seen Sai. It's the phone, not the hallway. As far as we are able to tell based off of previous palaces, Harley, also I can't believe we're doing this. As far as we're able to tell based off of previous palaces, while the phone says thank you for exiting, Futaba doesn't trigger it. Because again, remember, if Sai is inside of the palace, as you guys are suggesting, Futaba could not manually trigger the phone to get her to leave. Right? We have to assume it's based off of physical location. Otherwise, because the entire premise is that she's separated from the rest of the world by virtue of being inside the palace. So either Futaba did trigger the phone or it's physical location located. You can't have it both ways. It has to be one or the other. I should point out that you only need to be in the location to get the palace in the app. I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that, Fluffbot. As I read down, I'm sure it'll become clear. Once the team unlocks the palace, they can enter from anywhere. Yes, okay. Since they already have access to Sai's palace, Futaba can use your phone to access the metaverse. Yeah, I can absolutely see that. Generally, they have been transported into the palace. See Fluffbot's point earlier. The same thing happens with Kamoshido's palace and a couple of other instances in the past. We've definitely seen places. Take Kaneshiro's flying bank, right? The rest of the city is identical. We walk across the exact same not Yongen-Jaya. Is it Yongen-Jaya? It's not Yongen-Jaya. We walk across that exact same map. It is identical, but there is now the floating bank, right? So yeah. Futaba pulls them both in via the phone, then after the call in the second clip pulls her out. Futaba can't pull her out by the phone because Futaba says that she pre-recorded the messages on the phone to account for interference. Futaba cannot use the phone if she's inside the metaverse. Again, the game can say, oh no, Sai was inside the palace. That doesn't make physical locational sense. And also, again, Futaba wouldn't have been able to pull her out that way. You can't have it both ways. You can't have your cake and eat it, Harley. Sai walked past the barrier. Futaba's entire thing is hacking the metaverse. You missed it earlier, Anya. Futaba explicitly says that she has no ability to get a phone signal in or out of the metaverse. And again, either the word of the game is correct, or we have to exercise some critical thinking. You don't get it both ways. Futaba told you she programmed those messages. That's what I'm saying. She programmed those messages assuming that Sai was going to be in the metaverse, which means that it has to be physical location based, not that Futaba manually triggered the app. Kuro, I'm not addressing your conversation. I'm addressing something Harley is pointing out here. It's fine. It's just a game. It's fiction. It can be that way. It can't. Because the point is, the entire point of the entire schema, of the entire, the entire prestige is based off of the predication that Akechi goes into the interrogation room, killing both Ren and the guard. If Sai is also in the metaverse, Akechi would have seen Sai going back to the room. Or are they so they are teleported, or do they walk through a barrier? the ostensible thing that we're believing here is that they're walking through a barrier, basically. So you can take the game at its word that Futaba can't do something, but not that they did do something. Okay, so let's just accept the world. Let's accept the world in which what you're saying about Futaba is correct, in that she's not able to send messages into the metaverse, so she made the pre-recording and sent Sai into the metaverse in order to do the pre-recording in the first place. In that world, we still have to then go to the next logical step, which is a separate thought, which is, why don't Sai and Akechi cross paths? I am willing to accept that the characters don't fully understand the intricacies of what they're doing themselves. Futaba literally herself says, I just realized that if she is in the metaverse, that I'm not going to be able to send a phone signal. So I pre-recorded these messages that morning and added them onto your phone. So I'm willing to accept a world in which everything that Futaba is saying is true, and that Futaba is an unreliable narrator. So now we're at a crossroads. Either Futaba triggered the app, the phone app is in and of itself the thing, or we have to accept the world in which there is a physical barrier. These are the two worlds that I'm saying that exist independent of one another. Both of these worlds lead back to the point that I am raising, which is that Akechi would have seen Sai going back to the room, Akechi would have killed Sai, Sai could not have been in the metaverse. It's called The Devs Never Thought Someone Would Care to Tear apart the point down the atomic level device. It's Atlas, not NASA. I mean, it is Atlas Games, and you know what my stance is on Atlas Games, so. All right, Detective Kuro, this is the last one. We really simply must move on past this point. But she triggered the app in the real world. That transported to the metaverse? Yes. And again, this is that question that we're raising with the idea of the barrier, right? So we have to accept that Sai, because Sai does not re-enter into the metaverse, right? Again, because otherwise Akechi and Sai would have crossed paths. We have to accept the premise that Sai exited the metaverse, and that without Futaba re-triggering the app a second time, Sai doesn't re-enter it, right? If that is the case, then Sai would have never been in the metaverse in the first place for Futaba to have needed to record those messages. Do you see what I'm saying? Because if Sai had been inside the palace that entire time, Akechi and Sai would have crossed paths. No, both enter the metaverse. They go separate ways. One goes right of the barrier. The other one goes left. It is a single hallway, Kuro. We're watching this one as the last one, and then we're moving on.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Yes,
we have no reason to believe this is a four-way intersection.
We'll have to eliminate
this is an L curve in the hallway.
Don't trust the guard either. He's an accomplice as well. Now then, I'll tell you detailed steps to take. You must save him.
You want me?
This is not definitive proof either. We're moving on. Kuro, I love you. There is no definitive proof here. Oh, okay. It's an L. Oh my God. It's an L hallway. There is no going left and going right. I believe it says that Sai had to leave the metaverse to stop them from crossing paths. Exactly. Am I willing to accept that the characters were worried and planned for additional contingencies? Yes. The physical geometry of what they're claiming are two identical hallways is the problem here. Because in order for the plan to work, an omission by the Phantom Thieves, the hallways have to be identical. Because otherwise, if they're not, Akechi would instantly twinge that he's inside a palace. So the hallways have to be a 1-for-1 perfect copy. And there's no 4-way intersection there. It's just an L hallway, which means there's no left or right. There's either turning down the hallway or going towards the elevator. Those are the only two options. You cannot superimpose another option here. Yes, it's imperfect and flawed, and you're trying to make it perfect when it can't be. There's no definitive proof you're right. There's a very easy definitive proof I'm right. Unreliable narrators. Except that the game has unreliable narrators, and then all of my points become true and I'm correct. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, oh boy. Which is a shame, because we do rely on narrators. It's true. Let me... Wait. Oh my gosh, I feel very bad. Someone popped in earlier. Let me... Were you not Sarah? Oh no. You thought the exit point was down the L hallway, where Akechi can't see. It just needs to be around the corner. But yeah. Oh, you are? Okay. I wasn't 100% sure. I thought I saw your name changed earlier, so I wasn't trying... I didn't want to say anything, but... You're on your phone, which refuses to log into your account. I'm sorry to hear that, Lemmy. But you can't prove that. You're saying to accept it without proof, so now we're gonna be mad. Harley, I've shown you the proof! What? We can do a geometric proof if you'd like. Sai at no point in time can be inside the palace. Because if Sai is inside the palace, then Akechi will see her and it'll be game over. Oh boy. Oh boy! Hi, JR! It's good to see you, my friend! There's no tangent here! Nightbot doesn't live here!
Okay.
We finally have the keyword we need. It's time to counterattack and give Shido what's coming to him.
I'll just add this.
She has to be for at least a moment, or she would have disappeared for him when he entered. Yes, so the point that I have been raising, Pixie, the entire point of contention is that I'm saying Sai appears instantaneously at whatever the doorway is, right? And I'm using the argument that when a delivery person drops a package off at your door, they're not coming inside your house, they're at your house. Sai is at the palace, sure, but she's not inside the palace. Because if she's inside the palace, right, then we've got one of two possible options. Either, number one, she immediately leaves, and so there is the semantic distinction here is non-useful, because she's not inside the palace for long enough to be of any significance whatsoever. Or, if we accept what Kuro is saying, which is that she is inside the palace at that time, then she and Akechi would cross paths. We simply must move on. I know. It could live here. Yeah. I haven't figured out how to have a consistent stream key, but I definitely can do that. You're not wrong, JR, yeah. The distinction is meaningless. I'm just not going to let Kuro win this one because it's untrue. So yeah. How would that be possible in the geometry of that hallway, Kuro? It would be the same as the delivery guy crossing your threshold and delivering the package in the hall. Yeah, okay. I could still see that argument, Pixie, to which I would still say, again, the man has not been inside your house in a meaningful way, so yeah. The delivery person was teleported to your doorway and then left, yeah. Which is the problem, unfortunately. Okay. I'm assuming we still can't go outside, so let's do chair. It's not... When you say it's a double L, I have to presume you mean it's a four-way intersection. It's not. Hey. We get a camera... we can't do this.
Hey!
Training after coming back from another world, you're gonna hurt yourself if you don't slow down and take a break. It's also not a T intersection because we have the camera angle from the top of the hallway. The very clip Kuro sends is literally the camera at the top of the hallway looking down. We can see that... Okay, we can't do this. We can't do this. Can I call Kawakami to let me train?
Hey! Hey!
Just decide on what you want her to do before calling. Okay, there's nothing.
Now then.
Our enemy knows all about the cognitive world. Their guard is down, but we should be careful.
It's me. Sorry, I know you're tired. It'll be a sec, just hear me out.
It's two L shapes stacked on top of each other. You are correct. It is an identical superposition, so much so that to distinguish them as two L's is meaningless. Let's just agree to disagree. I mean, yes, but also, I'm right. It's me. Sorry, I know you're tired. Oh wait, no, he already said it.
I've decided what I want to do with Shido after going into his palace.
Oh no, what happened? Wait, what happened with Fluffbot? YouTube is new and very experimental. What are we doing? Oh, Fluffbot said they would not be silenced, so you silence them? Okay, what if I do this? But you can't undo the timeout. Ah, I see. Okay. Anya? Come back? Oh, sorry. I should be more careful about doxing people on this one, huh? Sorry, Ryuji. I'm very passionate about geometry today.
It's me. Sorry, I know you're tired. It'll be a sec, just hear me out. I've decided what I want to do with Shido after going into his palace. We can't let him run free. If there's a heart we gotta steal, it's definitely gotta be his.
That's right.
Man, you knew this whole time, huh? I want to avenge you, that's a no-brainer, but that's not it. If we let him run the country, the weak will be totally effed. Isn't it our duty to protect them?
We'll protect them till the end.
Remember when I told you that heroes who lurk in the shadows are boring? Well, forget what I said. Those heroes are way cooler.
Damn straight, Ryuji.
Hey, once we change Shido's heart... no, never mind. Forget it. Let's do it. Let's steal that bastard Shido's heart. I'll do everything I can to make it happen. Thanks for listening to me. See ya.
Campaign season has begun. I bet it'll be an overwhelming victory for Representative Shido. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna vote for him. Maybe I'll actually vote this time. There aren't many politicians who are like Shido-san.
Hey.
It's almost time. Were you able to sleep last night? Slept pretty well. I'm impressed. Whatever happens, you always manage to just shake it off. You don't even have PTSD from being subjected to police brutality and literal torture. You're finally facing off against your archenemy. I know you know this, but don't get impatient. But geez, it's been getting cold lately. We might freeze to death before we can change his heart. Let's see if we can find anything to help us get warm. Oh. A heater, huh? Oh, this is good. It's so warm.
Hey!
Once we take care of Shido... Sorry, I don't mean to be a downer. I was just thinking, this might be the last job for the Phantom Thieves. Morgana, if there is anything that the Nintendo Games Direct and Summerfest has taught me, there's gonna be like a bunch of weird games. Also, yeah, there's Strikers after this. Don't even worry about it, Morgana. There's plenty more Phantom Thieves. What do you mean, Lemmy? This is what Morgana sounds like. Everyone's goals and ambitions, they're all linked to taking down Shido. That's how I feel. We all became Phantom Thieves for our own reasons. We weren't just playing around. Outside of the Phantom Thieves, you also have friends who've been helping you. They believe in you. We have an important battle ahead of us, and we only made it this way because of them. There's no guarantees we'll make it out of this. See them as much as you can, so you'll have no regrets. Alright, I get it. Finish my social links off. Ren, I'm with you all the way to the end. This upcoming battle is personal, so we'll do it your way. Now you can fight Shido on your terms. Max out your confidence before completing the palace. I can absolutely see that, Kuro, yeah. The alright, I understand was very... You have ice cream, everything's fine now? Hell yes. No, Anya, welcome back. Hasn't Amamiya been taking a lot of days off? I wonder if it's got something to do with his record.
Okay, quiet down.
I believe I mentioned this before, but Amamiya is back at his family's home. It's a personal matter, so don't go spreading rumors. How long can we keep this up? We need to take care of things before we get caught.
Hey, are you sure it's okay for him to be down here working right now? I mean, wouldn't it be bad if a Shujin student walked in and saw him?
Don't worry about it.
Welcome. What did I just say?
Nah, still fine.
Senpai? You're not like a stunt double or something, right?
I'm a cognition. Red pulls off his face and turns into a shadow. Long time no see. What brings you here? It's the real me. What brings you here is very, like...
Well, the train brought me here after my jog to the station. Oh, sorry, that's not what you meant.
I was trying to be rude. Kasumi just did not. Holy moly. This game's figured out every one of my tricks.
Well, are you pleased? I'm the one who set this up. A little surprise from me to you. I asked Futaba to do me a favor.
And I asked Ryuji to pass the message along to Kasumi.
I knew you'd be wiped out for a while, so I made sure to give you time to recover first.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm just so happy.
No one cares about my scheme.
Well, it looks like you know what's been going on with him. Take a seat, why don't you? No reason to stand around. I'm going out for a bit to grab some groceries. I'll let you all get caught up with each other.
The English dub got the voice wrong for Morgana. Yeah, Lemmy, it's a real shame. The localization errors.
So you're Yoshizawa-san, right? Well, what's up? It's a pleasure meeting you.
Yes, nice to meet you as well, Sakura-san.
Could you at
Aw.
least figure out whether to be polite or casual?
Shut up! Don't you underestimate my people anxiety. Mona tells me that you helped him out in that palace a while back. We are awfully grateful for that.
Oh no, it was my pleasure. He's usually the one who helps me out. Not only that, I'd promised to repay his kindness to me, no matter what.
What a refined response. Are we really around the same age?
You know, there's something I've wanted to ask you, Yoshizawa. Why were you in that palace in the first place?
Good point.
That's...
I was wondering that too. Of course, I'm extra grateful that you saved our leader, but if our plan had somehow leaked, then we need to change our tactics from here on out.
It all started about a week ago, when we had lunch together on the roof of the school.
But that day's when...
I got the feeling that something big was going to take place that day, so... I'm so sorry. I was actually following you the entire time.
And Akechi, a squad of police officers, all the shadows in the palace didn't spot you? Girl, what are you even doing hanging out with us? She puts Makoto's spying skills to shame. Not like that's a difficult thing to do. What do you mean, Kuro? Are you saying the newspaper tactic is not the perfect disguise? It's a real problem. I hear you, Lemmy. I hear you.
Wait, we were tailed there?
We definitely had no idea about that.
Sure.
It's like night and day compared to when Makoto was following us.
Kuro, do you have something to say for yourself and how you brutally stole Morgana's joke?
I've been considering for a while now. Perhaps I should be fighting alongside you if I have special powers like yours, Senpai. I wondered if an outsider like myself should even get involved. But I couldn't just stand back and do nothing.
Thank you.
Oh, it was nothing compared to how much you've done for me in the past. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not done here yet, are you? Then perhaps I ought to lend you a hand.
Well, we could definitely use the additional firepower, but...
I'm thankful for her offer to help, but Shido is more dangerous than any of our previous targets. Also, Kasumi is DLC content, so if we do it now, it'd be really wild because we'd expose basically what we're very excited for to introduce in the royal part of the game. I appreciate the offer.
Well, you say that, but...
Honestly, we have no idea what risks you would face. Our enemy this time is more dangerous than anyone else so far. Also, we pretty much brought this entire mess down upon ourselves, so... This is on us. We're delighted by the offer, but we really can't drag you into this any further. Moreover, you have something to do yourself, right?
I believe I'd be acting selfishly if I were to press any further. Very well. I understand your reasoning. If that's the situation, then I'll wait for you to return.
Futaba being
But
third
you
wheel.
have to promise me this. You'll come back safe no matter what. I don't ever want to feel as horrible as I did when I thought you...
See you soon.
I really do believe you. It's time I get going. I've got practice today, as usual. Well, be seeing you.
Kasumi meeting us there is more like Kasumi meeting the family, I feel like, yeah. Oh man. when one of the first us deviating in Persona 5 into discourse was Harley and I having a conversation about femme characters who are introduced into video games and sort of the like responses that they get to it, right? Because I think the way Atlas handled Kasumi was honestly very poor, and I think Harley and I are definitely in agreement on that. But I remember the way I was presenting it was that I was miffed about like Kasumi being sort of introduced like Manic Pixie Dream Girl-esque. And there was a very real concern that like Kasumi is totally allowed to be competent, powerful, skilled. It's definitely not a statement about Kasumi being strong, or rather, powerful, as powerful as Joker, if not more so, but rather just the way that, yeah, the story sort of like hamstrings her in also sort of as like a love interest, right? Because like if you wanted to pursue the game's natural flow of like romanceable option, the game is like really being like, isn't Kasumi the best? Because like you had all of this other time with literally every other confidant that's built into this game. Goth Rock Woman is introduced in like week 1. Like Kasumi has an uphill fight on like so many different narrative and gameplay levels. It's bizarre, but yeah. So anyways, this is my way of saying all my homies hate Kasumi, smiley face. Man, sure must be nice not having to go to school. It's not that great. Bullshit! A dead man cannot go to school, you know. This would all be for nothing if they found out he's still alive. Kuro, we're doing a friendship-only playthrough. Doesn't it suck to live like a fugitive, though? Always having to hide your face? You can barely see. Are you alright? You really needn't cover your eyes. If I can't see them, they can't see me. Don't try too hard to hide yourself. You'll only stand out more. That's always the hardest. Try hard, but not too hard. In any case, we're ready to put the plan into action. Now all we need is your signal.
Okay.
So, you'll stand out too much during the day, so we need to go at night. We're about to face our toughest target to date. Don't skimp on your preparations. The plan for changing Shido's heart has begun. Try to steal your target's heart by the deadly. He's tough and knows the metaverse well. Be sure to strengthen your bonds so that you're prepared. Okay, so is the game saying don't rush to the end like you normally do? Hey, sorry for bringing this up now. I know you have your hands full, but the Gang can do it. I have faith in all of you. That's you, chat. Anyway, here's the info I have. This one is cruel. There's a group of scammers out there specifically targeting old people. Apparently they're using some sort of spiritual mumbo jumbo to trick them into paying up. That's just good business? Yikes. Mumbo jumbo. Max out confidence first. Okay. I don't know, like selling them magic vases or something? Anyway, they keep moving around, so it's difficult to reliably track them. God, this is like going onto eBay, onto the like haunted dolls section, and being like, all of you are criminals because you were selling dolls that aren't actually haunted by ghosts. Apparently the police have just stopped trying entirely. From what I've read online, their representative is a guy named Yoshihito Wakasaki. Sorry I don't have any more info than that. Good luck. It might be tough for us to go out of town like this, but the info itself is pretty worthwhile. If we have the chance to head into Mementos, he'd make a great target. Can we go into Mementos and Shido in the same day? Or can we not go to Mementos during the daytime at all?
I should write something.
More or less 3 weeks. Yep. Let's check who we've got pretty close. Igor, we're not going to do any magic nonsense there. Morgana, we're not. Sojiro. The accent is on the first A of Wakasa. Okay. I don't think I did that right either, but fair enough. Yell at me? Takemi's maxed out, of course. Yosuke will not rank up. I can't talk to Haru. Did I just miss the mark on Haru and Futaba? Or will I still get an opportunity to social rank up with them later? Because, like...
I'll just add this.
This implies to me that once we get to the end of the palace, we're going to be able to social rank with them later. Okay, got it. Make Yosuke like me, Chihaya. Thank you.
What shall we do?
Yosuke. We can go into Mementos.
Here we go.
To advance our confidant status with
What do you think?
Shifuya? No, Hifumi. Just fused two people's names together, which was good. We might actually go into Mementos now and have that be sort of the way we end the night. Because also we are under-leveled for... Well, we're not under-leveled, we're still over-leveled, but we're not as over-level for Shido's palace as I normally like being. So yeah, let's do a Mementos run actually. And we'll pick it up from here next time.
We're all here.
We still have some time, so let's be sure we're as ready as we can be. Oh no, wait.
Huh?
If we do the social link now, we might miss out on the opportunities to do it with other people, right? Because Shinya's almost certainly going to have one. Sojiro's probably going to have one. EY's definitely going to have one. Did we already get one for Oya? Quests. Fighting for truth and journalism. We have Oya's boss's name. We need to talk to Futaba. Oh, wow. About my uncle. I want to head into Mementos right now. Sure, actually. Perfect.
Thanks.
This is a family issue, so I want to do it alone with you. Oh, and I sent my uncle an anonymous letter, so the calling card part's taken care of. Yeah, I've got a ton I need to max out. But also, Mr. 10 times finisher. I'm not the one out here using a guide. So, rabble. There it is. It's my uncle's shadow. He's saying, money, money. He forced Sojiro to pay back his debts. He made me go through horrible things too. Joker, make him have a change of heart. Money, money, money. It doesn't matter who gives it to me, just give me money. Hey, did you bring me money? Why don't you sell that stupid shop and give me the money? It's consolation money. It's reparations. You have to. You have to give me your money. I don't have to. If I have enough money, I could keep gambling till I hit another jackpot. If you won't give me any money, then I'm gonna destroy you. I'm not getting destroyed by someone like him. Let's go, Joker.
We going or what?
Life is one big gamble.
Sona. Uriel!
Is he...
There! Here he comes!
What is he?
Nice, Joker. Just at the last
Persona!
second.
Gabriel! Go down!
Okay,
Nice,
sure.
Joker. Just at the last second.
Let's go.
Oh.
Michael! Ravage them!
I lost. It's all over. He's weak to I'm overleveled.
Seriously?
Wakaba was smart and competent. I'm just a loser. I guess things would always turn out this way. You were thinking about
so
Mom?
embarrassed.
Even back then, I thought just being normal was okay. Then my whole world changed when I won a lot of money through gambling. Everyone who thought I was worthless started being jealous of me. I couldn't forget that feeling. It made me feel like I was smart and competent, like Wakaba. I don't know about that one, Chief. That's pretty stupid. You're absolutely right, but maybe I realized that too late. Futaba, I'm sorry. Forgive me, Wakaba. Uncle. Sure, okay. Now he won't sue anyone, right? Sojiro's safe now. Didn't realize we had that one in the books.
Ah, you're back.
Every news station has been running story after story about Shido and the elections. Akechi, too. I can't believe they're calling him the detective of the century. Plus, they're treating the Phantom Thieves like criminals. That side of things has faded a little bit, though, don't you think? Yes. All the talk of the election must have made people forget about the suicide news. The main culprit is dead, things are settled, and society can go on like normal. Can't believe that wasn't already done. Oops. That's probably what people are thinking. I have mixed feelings about all of this. I'm not saying they should talk about us more, but the sudden change in momentum is weird. All we gotta do is hurry up and steal Shido's heart. That'll take care of everything, right? Don't get hasty. Yes, there is no knowing what may happen. Be sure to prepare well. Well then, we can discuss this more tomorrow. Let's do our best. Who knew being OP was AF was everything's weakness? In another world with my... What are those called? You know. I can't believe I was reincarnated as a... What is that genre called? Why is my brain blanking on this?
Hey!
Isekai. Thank you, Aster.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Sojiro is Hierophant. Can I still not? I can talk to Sojiro. So I need to grab a Hierophant. I can't talk to Oya until we do the Mementos request. So let's go grab a Hierophant super fast. Oh.
What are you gonna do today?
Alright, time to name the location. Justine, you do the honors.
Now.
Listen closely. The place we wish to evaluate for your rehabilitation is... the castle of your own master and mate. Oh, LeBlanc. The individual responsible for your successful rehabilitation in your own world. This is a person of great import. As your wardens, we would be remiss to forego a meeting with this person. Take us to your master immediately.
I see.
All right now.
Hey, inmate!
I do hate that Caroline kicks us in every time. But I guess it's a humility check, huh?
Do you have...
Justine, you...
Registration? You'd like to register this? Are you sure? You'd like to register this? You'd like to register
No!
this?
We don't want Belphegor. Okay.
time for some rehabilitation.
We
You wish to perform
need
what path do you want?
a Hierophant. 67. You know what? Actually, I'm
Looks
okay
pretty
with this.
tough.
We'll have to pay a little extra, but this guy looks dope.
You wish for more power than you can handle?
It's fine.
Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
Radine. It's a healer. Really? Interesting. Okay.
It will receive a great now for a rebirth.
Fantastic. Thanks, bestie.
Are you finished?
What?
Yes.
It is time, inmate.
Now we're gonna go hang out with Sojiro. I think we're pretty close to the end. Feels like. Seems that Shido dude's gonna be the new prime minister. The regulars are always talking about him. Yeah. And the Phantom Thieves leader killed himself? People who used to support him were laughing about it. Kind of feel bad for him. Probably overworked himself. No. Okay. Let's hang out with Sojiro. Can I ask you to help today? You're not to blame. I'll chase out anyone who says otherwise. Nobody thinks you're alive at this point, so it should be okay as long as you're careful. What are you going to do? Will you help the chief out?
Thanks.
I'm letting you handle today's curry. Hey, no, come on, I'm already so hungry for curry. Sorry, we're closed for... Sojiro Sakura, I presume? Our apologies for coming in so late. We're investigators from the Domestic Affairs Court. We received a report that one of your customers was assaulted by the probationer residing here. Moreover, the report stated that you're abusing your child, Futaba-san. No, we didn't make it. Oh my god, what? Uncle sent his report to the police before we could make him have a change of heart. No! Did I eat today yet? I had an orange. However, the anonymity of the report led us to question the validity of its content. May we have a word? Fine by me. I've got nothing to hide. Please, take a seat. You're saying the report was falsified? Yeah. It's true that Futaba was living as a shut-in, but she overcame that weakness under her own power. And I would never abuse her. She's like a daughter to me. And what about the assault claim? His criminal record points to a history of such violence.
That's not true!
You're wrong. That kid never laid a finger on the guy. He just stood in the way to try and protect Futaba. To be honest, Amamiya-kun, we looked into your current reputation at school, and it seems there have been no issues whatsoever. Now then, it's our job to make sure children like you are safe. How is it, living with Sakura-san? Please, you can speak honestly. He's a bit of a nag! It's great. So you're gonna take a break soon and eat something, good to know. We're actually probably gonna call the stream full out. But honestly, everybody, thanks. The YouTube streams haven't been doing super well, so it's honestly super nice that you guys were here. I appreciate it. Well, there you have it. And what do you think, Futaba-san? I'm okay. I couldn't go out for a while, but everyone helped me get better. I'm not afraid anymore. That's why I'm really happy living with my dad.
Futaba?
Futaba called Sojiro her dad. I see. It's quite obvious there was no truth to the report we received. we received. I don't think we'll need to schedule any additional check-ins for Amamiya-kun either. You sure about this? Were they attempting to deceive us? They wouldn't have been nearly so earnest. Besides, meeting them only served to reaffirm my suspicions. These children are the real victims here. The truth of these things will be clearer to you once you're a little more experienced. Anyway, thank you for your cooperation. We'll see ourselves out. It helped that they bribed us with really expensive coffee. Sojiro, we did it! Sojiro? Are you crying? You have a great daughter. Congrats. I think you have a great daughter, right? Because that's what's going through Sojiro's mind right now. It's not just her, idiot. There's another pretty important person living here too. I just love the arc of Sojiro's entire story. Oh! Yeah, he's talking about you, Ren. This is 'cause you punks had to go and say all that cheesy stuff. It wasn't cheesy, it was the truth. Anyways, I hunger! Give me some curry. I also hunger. Give me some curry, Sojiro. So much for the sentimental moment. Alright, sit your butts down. This is where you two belong. Come on, Ren, it's time to eat. I'm suddenly very hungry for curry, hey?
Alright.
Oh, and Futaba. What you said before, when you called me your dad, do you, think you could say that again? Sorry, I didn't catch that. My stomach was too grumbly. What'd you say? Never mind. Oh, Sojiro. Sorry, you got time right now? I just wanted to talk. It's hard to say some things right in front of Futaba. So, she called me Dad. Hell of a title. Not one I thought I'd ever get, but it's kinda nice having someone to sit and eat with. Especially when she's such a big fan of my cooking. God, I'm a joke. Getting all sentimental like this at my age? You did great. Futaba did great. You two were already family. It's what I've always wanted to see. Whoa, it's pretty late already. Sorry to make you listen through all that. Still, I guess there's nothing wrong with a little sappiness now and then. Even from an old grump like me. Alright, I'm gonna head to sleep. Don't catch a cold, okay? See you. Have you been keeping up with the election? I wonder if Shido-san's gonna take it all. Here we might be hearing news about the birth of the Shido administration by the end of the year. I wish Akechi-kun would run for office. He'd get more votes than all those incompetent politicians. I don't usually care about elections, but it's exciting when people are so into it. Everyone's in danger. We need to make him have a change of heart soon.
Hey.
22 days left. We don't really have time to relax, you know? Okay.
I should write something.
We can hang out with Shinya, so we probably have to hang out with Shinya. Frickle frackle. Futaba was also locked behind. Excuse me. The fact that we hadn't done the Futaba. Oh man, there's no way! Oh no! Oh man! Oh, we're so boned! Okay, I mean, we have to go hang out with Skilled Gamer, right? The ice cream was good. Hell yeah. We can hang out with Ryuji. Makoto's max. What is Haru waiting for? Okay, Shinya needs tower, I believe, right?
inmate.
But I have so many Ragrats.
Time for some rehabilitation. Let's execute him.
Let us begin the search.
It is interesting, did you notice?
I see. A strong persona indeed.
Sure. It is interesting, did you notice Igor didn't say anything to us about going to what's-his-face's palace. Normally Igor says something to us before, like, after the first day in every palace, but he didn't say anything there. Tower. Mara. Oh no. Okay, chat. I need you all to be on your best behavior, chat. Okay? Now I realize...
Looks pretty tough.
This might look like something. This might elicit some sort of Geiger-esque feelings in some of you. It's normal, actually. It's normal and good. No, it's good, actually. Actually, it's normal and good and not what Harley just said.
You wish for more power than you can handle.
It's a tower.
Select
We
the
needed to hang
skills
out with
you'd like to
Shinya,
inherit.
so... Mighty Gaze... No, listen. Actually, hey, actually, it's good and normal. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Let's do Amarita Shower. And then actually, let's do Daiharon. We don't care about electric. Sure, we can do Masukaja, I guess. Or you know what, if we're giving it... Because what's one-shot kill? Severe gun damage to foe with high chance of a critical. Has you locked in a cage? Listen, it's normal.
You wish for more power than you can handle.
Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
We might do Savior Bloodline? No, let's keep it on Mighty Gaze. I like keeping them as close to original intention as possible.
It will receive some... Then let us begin.
Listen, Mara is a good and normal persona. Not gonna read that out loud. You guys can enjoy that in your own time if you feel so inclined. It's actually normal and good. Actually... let's get rid of Daiharon. Okay. We have Tower, now we can go hang out with Shinya.
What? No slacking off.
Because I want as many Mementos requests as possible before we go into Mementos. Bam. Practice is the only way you'll ever manage to get better. Let's practice hard today. You're gonna come, right? I'll be waiting at the arcade.
All right.
You ready? The games are on me today. Just be sure to keep up. I can pay for myself. Do you have enough if you insist? Shinya wants to feel like the big man about town. Who are we to tell him no? Don't worry. I have a lot of money on me today. Oh no, Shinya! Did you steal your mom's credit card? Now, let's get to it. Get into your stance.
Come on, man. You gotta aim.
No, too slow. Shinya's playing erratically. Hey. Give him his money back. What the? Just ignore them. Oda, you took his lunch money, didn't you? No, Shinya. He forced you into a battle, right? Yeah. And when I lost, he told me I owed him money. Who do you think you are? The king? No, Shinya! Buddy! Huh?
Wrong.
I didn't take it. I earned it. That money is for my war fund to help me get stronger. Shinya, no! What the hell does that mean? You're crazy, just like your mom. I heard your mom was being weird at a restaurant the other day, too. A waiter caught her leaving without paying, and she said that she just forgot. She even snapped at the manager and told him his employees need to be better trained. Shut up! My mom says that your mom is a bully, and you're just like her.
You bastard!
Shut up, shut up, shut up! I'm the strongest, the best, the king! If you want your money back, you'll have to beat me. He's not making any sense. Somehow, someway, you're gonna pay us back. The only thing you're good at is playing games. Huh? You're just like the bad guy in a movie. I hope the Phantom Thieves get you.
No way.
A bad guy? Me? Really? Even though I'm strong? I'm not a bad guy, am I? You should return the money. But I won. I'm the stronger one, so how am I the bad guy? I guess I already knew that. Someone needs to introduce this kid to speedruns on the internet. Listen, Shinya, have you heard of bounties? There are people who will put money out there to see people speedrun games. Shinya, you'd be delightful at it. I felt bad, even when I was winning. I don't want to do it again. I don't want to be a bad guy. I believe in you.
Yeah.
Thanks. Hey, do you hate me now? A little bit? Not at all? I'm worried about you.
No way.
Sorry. I promise that I won't do that again, so please don't hate me. The Phantom Thieves are strong because they defeat strong enemies, right? Beating up on weak opponents? That's bullying. That's what bad guys do. I was wrong. Thanks, Amamiya-san. I wouldn't have realized this on my own. Aww.
All right.
Shinya! I'm gonna head home now. I need to think about what I did. Poor sweet idiot.
Bye.
I'm so glad you picked up. Hey, Amamiya-san, where did I go wrong? I wanted to be strong like the Phantom Thieves, but somehow I turned into a bad guy without even noticing. The more I thought about everything, the more scared I got. Amamiya-san, are you sure you aren't gonna hate me? Of course I won't. That's up to you. I'm your big brother, right? Oh, yeah, you are. I won't make the same mistake ever again. Trust me, big brother. Apparently, that was not the social link point option. Whew, I feel a little better after talking to you. Thanks, Amamiya-san. I don't know what I'd do without you. Okay, I'm gonna hang up now. See you at the arcade! All right.
You're back.
Let's do it.
Franz. And that's what we're gonna call it tonight. At least you made him feel better. Man, who knew this whole talking to kids thing was so ding dang hard. We can hang out with EY. Did we already do Hifumi's request? God, is my brain just toothpaste? Oh, did we already do? I successfully changed Hifumi's mother's heart for Hifumi. Wow, I did not remember which ones we did and which ones we didn't do, huh? Hachi machi. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and call it here tonight, friends. So thanks so much again for being here. Yes, it is. All right, Harley. Okay, way to kick a guy while he's down. Toothpaste brain. Like we did last time, we did learn that we do have the option to drop you guys over to other YouTube streamers. So maybe we'll have to dip our toes in, figure out what that looks like and all of that. But for right now, thank you guys all so much for just being here and for hanging out. Seriously. YouTube has been stressful and unpleasant for me, if I'm being 100% honest, but it is nice to be able to have you guys. And, you know, bits aside about me arguing semantics, don't tell Kuro. Y'all are right? Sai Nijima is inside the palace at a certain point in time. But I would make the argument, as I have thoroughly, that, like, first of all, she's not in there for a substantial amount of time. Second of all, she's not actually inside her palace. She's in the cognitive world. That's a little worrisome that it hasn't been good. Just in terms of the numbers, right? I mean, the numbers on Twitch haven't been great either, but we're working on some other more formatted content, so we'll see how it goes. But I want to say thank you guys again, all so much. It just means the world to me when you guys do show up, and also for bearing with whatever all of this is. I'm bad at communicating. I'm very stressed out at home, but you get it. You think when a lot of people, when they look for game streams to watch, they just default to Twitch? And I would argue correctly. I think Twitch is better formatted for it, but we'll see. Yeah. I don't know if there's a way to overcome that. Yeah, we'll see. Let's have a politics stream. Let's go. What could go wrong? On YouTube? On YouTube, Harley? Are you sure? But yeah. Catch your friends. And, yeah. Be sure to smash that bell icon like it's Akechi's nuts. And hit the like button. And also the subscribe button like it's your sub. If I smash it again and I unsub though, smash it twice. Maybe we'll trick the algorithm. No, anyways, sorry. I gotta get better at that. I've gotten way better at my self-promo on Twitch, but y'all do not realize how long that actually took me. I'll start working on it. Catch you nerds. Bye.